What's going on, guys? I'm Bear Degidio, and we are back with another episode of the Jaxxon Podcast UFC Recap. I'm sitting here with the band. The band is back together. It's an amazing day. The greatest co-host of all time, Rampage Jaxxon.
Let's go!
I'm sitting here with one of the highest IQ, most intellectual fighting analysts I've ever been able to sit around. TJ Dillashaw.
Yeah!
And the one, the only cowboy I've ever known to ride a bull and live to tell the story, Luque Rockhold.
Let's go! He's back!
We gave Luque Rockhold a 3-month, 2-way deal, and he made it back to the big league. So it's good to have him here.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw is what they say.
Where you been? How come you ain't been on, man?
Man, I've been taking a little break, but I heard there's a cowboy kind of trying to pose up in here in Orange County. I had to come in and show him who the balls.
I'm Cowboy Jaxxon.
Me and Rampage are going to go hit the cowboy bars and take over.
This is what the world needs.
I can't
the
wait.
unity of two cowboys coming together.
Yeah.
That's a Brokeback Mountain scene, huh, Loco?
Oh, come
That's
on
a-
now. Come on. Why you gotta go? Why you had to go there with?
That's
it?
the only movie I've seen where two cowboys are like best friends.
I'm
like
sure
that.
you've seen
We're
the movie
not,
a
we're
few
not going
times,
to
huh?
your bar. We're going to our kind of bar. There's two different kind of bars, and it's not on Robert's.
I'm just happy that the team's back together. You know what I mean, TJ? That's all.
For sure.
Yes, listen. TJ's had an exciting month. He's had the UFC following him around the world as he builds his brand, and he brought the show here. Rampage has been taking over the kick streaming game. Luke's got a fight on the table that everybody needs to know about, but maybe we can't talk about.
I know we're working.
And we're working on some big things. So I think it's an exciting moment. This is also the 2-year anniversary of the Jaxxon Podcast. We started this thing June 10th, 2023. So Rampage, I want to say thank you through the highs and lows. This guy's been there for me since day one. And we got an amazing show here. And now this is also season 2 of the Jaxxon Podcast, Behind the Brand. Jaxxon Behind the Brand.
How's that going behind the brand?
I mean, if you were on it more, you would know, brother. But you're too busy pinching tents and hiding out in the bushes with all your friends live streaming. You know what I mean?
Were you pitching tents? Like a real tent?
Yeah, I my first time putting up a tent.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was
Were you able to figure it out?
Yeah, we figured it out. I was right the whole time, putting it right, but then the guy that Charleston White brought with him, he's like, no, maybe it's wrong. Let's lay it down on the ground first. So what he did, he took all the hard work that I did, laid it back down on the ground, then figured out.
We're gonna pull up a video of Aiden Ross and Rampage Jaxxon pulling up a tent. Look at Rampage.
That's not me.
What? Who is
The
that?
fuck,
Oh,
man.
I don't have my guy. Who is it?
Where is this pen? Where are you pitching it?
This is at a park in Miami.
Oh, so why are you wearing a B mask? Hold on, time out.
Bro, it was the bugs was out there. I'm gonna tell you guys something right now. Don't ever use that off spray.
Yeah.
'Cause when I use the off spray, that's when all the bugs started coming around on me.
Wait,
I hate
you wore
bugs.
the B mask.
That's not. It was the bee
Who's that?
man.
Charleston what?
That's Charleston White.
Mosquito net.
Yeah, mosquito net.
So you decided to go to the woods and pitch a tent with Aiden Ross?
That ain't
Yeah.
no woods.
That's a park. We went fishing.
Nice.
We didn't catch not a goddamn thing.
Yeah, that's fishing, dude.
Yeah, Rampage I think you were made for this.
I like streaming. It's fun, man. Most of the chat they funny. They trolling me. They talk shit about Bear all the time.
That's
I
That makes you feel good, yeah.
Yeah, that make me feel good. They have some good ones about Bear.
Yeah, I'm just out here always supporting you, but that makes you feel good, huh?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, they always got something good to say about
Man,
TJ.
I love this Rampage with the Jaxxon chain on and the Jaxxon hat on and the new Jaxxon watch. I love seeing Rampage. Hey, Rampage. Always showing us
Yeah,
love.
I'm gonna wear a bunch of jewelry while I'm out in a hot, sticky camping. Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, I didn't know you were that type of guy
Man,
who
I'm
cared about
promoting my
what you
team.
wear.
I'm promoting my team.
What team?
I got
Team
my own
OC.
MMA team.
OC?
Oh, is that the one that Henry Cejudo beat at the
No,
event?
I beat Henry Cejudo.
Oh, you did?
My team beat Henry Cejudo.
What were you guys talking about in this tent, by the way, before we
It was a
jump
bunch
into
of
this
shit.
recap?
It was a bunch of shit we were talking about.
Why are you the only one that gets to sit in a chair?
Cause I don't play that shit. I don't be sitting Indian style and shit, man.
You just wanted elevated. You
No,
wanted the
I
elevated
don't-
visual. You want everybody.
I don't sit on the floor. I ain't never been. I can't sit on the floor.
But you
my
did
knees
feel
back.
powerful in that tent. You can fuck them all up at the same
What is
time.
going on?
Yeah.
Look at this slumber party.
Look at
Rampage is at.
these.
Hey, Neon's cool, huh?
Neon's cool. He's funny.
What about Aiden Ross?
Aiden Ross cool as fuck. He's funny as hell.
He's funny.
You and him should be best friends because both of y'all sus as fuck.
You know what, brother? I always go down this road with you, and then you veer left, and it's like just stick on the same road as me. Like I'm over here to supporting you and doing the most. But
No. You calling me out for not wearing Jackson jewelry on a fucking camping trip.
Just chill out.
Who's going to work?
Who's this dude on the right?
Oh, that's Charleston White. You don't know who the guy is?
No.
Man, bro, he's funny as fuck, bro.
He looks like
He got a glass eye.
Yeah.
That's why he looks
I can
funny.
just see
He
everything
got a
about him. I love
what?
him.
Wait, he got a what?
One of his eyes are fake.
No.
No, he got a fake eyeball.
Oh,
How do
yeah.
you know which one?
The left one.
I asked him, I said, which one of your eyes I look at
And what he
when
say?
I talk to you?
What he say?
Oh, he said, oh, this one over here.
Man,
So
I
how do you look
I
at his
hate,
eyes?
I
Show
hate
me.
guys with one bad eye. It's just it's impossible.
I know. I'm telling you, just act.
You're focusing the whole time. And,
I've learned you just ask.
Who do you
them,
know with one eye?
Ask him what eye you want to look at.
No. If you ever met somebody that got, ask, hey, bro, what eye do I look at when I talk to you?
Wait, time out.
Well, you guys
Who
never.
do you know with one eye?
I don't. Dude, I don't-
Bisbing.
That's what you're talking about? You said it's hard to talk to people with one eye?
Don't look them in the eye, dog.
You look at their mouth.
You just
Oh
look-
my God, that's crazy.
you look at people in their eye, right?
Yeah.
But so if somebody got one eye's messed up, you don't want to disrespect. You ask them.
So both eyes focus on just one eye?
Well, he got a glass eye. He got a glass eye. It's different from Bisbing. It look like Bisbing. It don't like he got no eyeball in there at all. Like Bisbing got something in there. He could put something over it, right? But his eyeball different, right? So I asked. I said, which eye do I look at? And he told me. He wasn't offended.
It's good that you're able to be honest with the people. Oh, they're all watching your highlights.
Yeah, some of the guys' kids they didn't even know. Neon didn't even know I was a fighter or some shit.
Stop. He
No,
better know.
They didn't know about the power bomb.
He better know who you are.
No, they had no.
Come
idea.
on, man. He better know who you are.
They had no idea. So Neon, I don't think he knew.
How does it make you feel when people watch highlights in front of you?
I don't know. I think I was drunk at this time, so I was different.
You were drunk. What were you drinking? Hypnotic?
Why you had to go with the blackest drink that you?
Because you used to drink that when I used to go to your house. You used to always have Hypnotic and the green Lambo. You'd run around.
Hell
Yeah,
no.
you used to listen to Shake It Like a Salt Shaker by the Yin Yang Twins. I got the footage. What do you mean?
All right, show me the footage. I don't remember.
We'll talk about it
drinking
later.
Hypnotic.
All right, listen. So we're going to jump right into this. We got Vicente Luque versus one of our favorite guys we've ever had on the podcast, Kevin Holland. And they went to battle. Vicente Luque, he's been training over there with RoboCop. He's been training with Gilbert Burns, Brazilian 23-10. And they're fighting in the welterweight division. Obviously, Kevin Holland just one of the most, I would say, active fighters.
Luke, did you see this shit coming? Be honest. Did you see this outcome going this way?
No, I actually thought Luque was going to win.
Me too.
Really?
Luque's got great kickboxing. I knew this fight was going to be on the feet. He's real structured. But what really messed him up was the timing of Holland. Holland was real loose. You can see him talking the whole time. He's loose. He's out there having a good time. And he was countering well. His rhythm is hard to pick up for like a traditional striker. Like Luque's real traditional. Has got great technique, but that doesn't matter when you're dealing with someone that's long and real loose and peppering you with shots.
Do you see championship in Holland now?
I mean, I don't think he'll be a champion, but he's going to be good.
I think he could be champion that weight class. I'm telling you.
He can now because he has momentum behind him. I think Kevin Holland's going to actually have the belt in the next year.
I'm telling you, he's been sandbagging. He didn't care. He was about making that money and having fun.
Yeah, but he's got a crazy edge to him now. Like, he really don't care about anything or anybody, so I think that edge is now going to help him. Like, he's on his own little wavelength.
He feels comfortable. I mean, you look at who he's fought. Like, if he doesn't feel comfortable, he's not feeling comfortable in the fight beforehand. You know, when he fought MVP, he wasn't comfortable. He didn't know what he was going to get him. When he fought, what's his name? The Dutch kid.
Is it
What they call him?
McGarry?
Abbreviation. The
RDR.
The Dutch, RDR.
Yeah, René de Renner.
He didn't feel comfortable, you know. But Luque, he knew he's longer. He knew he's so loose, like he said, so he can get off on his strikes and then he can catch those spots because he is so loose.
Yeah, look,
It's more about his mindset beforehand.
Yeah, I would have loved to see Luque throw more combos, though. It's hard to pop shot a guy that's like, he was throwing one punch at a time rather than following it up and being structured. It would have been nice to see him actually throw some combos behind it to be able to catch him. Because you can't pop shot the taller guy, especially when he's fighting so loose like that, right? He's going to catch him on the counter.
TJ, can you, real quick, that's an amazing breakdown. Can you show the audience right here what you mean? Because one of the main things the Jaxxon Podcast Discord has been asking for is more of these like intellectual breakdowns. So in all seriousness, you want to do that back here real quick?
Well, like, so
And then you guys narrate into these mics so they can hear us.
like making the cowboy hat. Like if I'm fighting Luke, for instance, right? Like I can't just pop shot Luke because he's so tall, right? Like there's no way I'm just gonna be like hitting a shot out here because he can hit me from so much further away. I'm maybe more of a structured head motion in. I got to throw combos to get in. So maybe it's a double jab before I come to the body, get underneath him, and then return him back up. Right? Like throwing a combo behind it is when you're going to catch a guy that's like trying to stay long and counter. If he's long and counter, I got to work my way in with head motion up and down and throwing more traditional techniques. In with a kick, using the kick first to set up your punches. Like Luke's so far away, maybe I throw a kick to work my way in. Right, rather than just like, there's no way I'm pop shotting Luke from here. Right, he's too loose, too long on me. So I got to really move, come in, and hit combos to come on to fight a tough guy.
Look at he was landing that left hook,
Yeah,
but yeah, he wasn't covering the distance as well.
Amazing.
As he should have.
So, and then Rampage, you talk about Kevin Holland and you talk about his edge and you talked about like his attitude and you think he's going to be champion. What is it about this fight that you feel now Kevin Holland might be able to take the belt?
Well, I'm just saying he's to me in this fight, look like he's finally showing what he can do. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought he fought hard, thought he looked good, and he surprised a lot of people pulling off a submission like that. I haven't been watching a lot of his fights, but I haven't seen him do submissions like that. Has he ever pulled out a submission like that before?
He's got some tricky submissions. I mean, he got knocked out one time and then hit an armbar when he was like half asleep.
I mean, I've seen something too. Vicente Luque has more Darce finishes than I think anybody in the UFC division and in the welterweight division. And I feel like, I don't know if Kevin Holland's actual submission was a full Darce.
It was an anaconda.
Yeah, it was an anaconda because I saw that and I actually been studying jiu-jitsu now. So you see that, TJ?
Yeah.
I've been looking at my stuff a little bit because of you.
A Darce would have been on the other side of the neck.
Got it. Hey,
So when you lock it up on the armpit side, that's an anaconda. When you lock it up on the neck side, that's a Darce.
Yeah, but his arms are so long and so
It made it easy.
It
happened
easy,
so
yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love a Darce. I love a Darce a lot. I have never really been that great at an anaconda, but I do love a Darce.
I heard Bear loves anacondas.
He loves all
it's,
snakes.
It's a good technique. I think I don't mind
Snakes, white snakes,
I don't mind
yellow snakes.
Yeah, I'll grip it anyway. You know, but you know what I mean, Rampage.
Bro,
'Cause
I know you agree with it. Yeah.
I also feel like Luque could have done a better job of using feints, right? When because he's countering so well on him, he's hitting him when he comes in. He's got to like disrupt his rhythm. You got to like Holland's fighting his rhythm right now, and Luque's kind of like
Waiting.
yeah, he's waiting. He's letting Holland lead the dance rather than messing up his rhythm and throwing a feint before you come in and throw. Would have helped out a lot as well too, and then put the combos behind it, catch him at the end of the combo.
Yeah, wait till Holland start working his jab more and really showing off his technique with his length. That kid is a champion in the making. Like I don't like the motherfucker now because he talk too much shit, but I still got to keep it real. I still think that he got what it takes to be at the top of the division. That's my opinion.
And who's the champ of the weight class right now?
I mean, Jack kind of like pieced him up, destroyed him.
Oh, for real?
If you didn't watch that fight,
No, I didn't watch that fight.
Jack's a baller.
Yeah, but the kid probably
And it's
didn't believe in himself.
hard to see him get past MVP. No offense, I love Kevin, but there's just a couple guys. He's
I think
tough.
Bilal
He made tough,
Muhammad.
but
yeah, let's jump on that for a second. When you talk about him being able to get past guys like MVP, do you think the old saying, one fight at a time matters, or you have to look at a division from a more top-down level?
I mean, one fight at a time matters. You looking from the bottom up, top down. There's so many different ways of looking at it. But Bilal Muhammad is going to be a fucking tough test.
Bilal
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Bilal's so tough. He's going to wrestle him. He's going to put him in a bad spot.
doesn't get tired.
He doesn't get tired. He doesn't really get submitted. Bilal's a tough.
Yeah, in the rankings right now, they have
man to
Kevin
get through.
Holland at 14, Carlos Prates at 13, Stephen Thompson at 12, Jeff Neal at 11, Gilbert Burns at 10, Kobe at 9, Michael Morales at 8. So he has a...
I think it is a good way to look at it. Look from the top down. Look at guys that he can't beat. MVP, Jack Della Molina, and
Bilal Muhammad.
With all due
Joaquin
respect,
Buckley.
with all due respect, people say he couldn't beat Luque.
True.
I mean-
Rampage. Very good.
With all due respect.
What about Leon Edwards? What about Shavkat? What about Joaquin Buckley, Ian Machado Gary, Michael Morales, Kobe
I give him a
Covington?
chance. I give him a chance about a lot of guys, but I'm just looking at
Yeah.
three guys I don't see him beating.
Now, when you look at a fighter and you're talking about TJ, you've been really good at explaining to me these last couple months. When you look at a fighter, if you think they're going to beat someone because you like kind of match up their styles or you match up their technique, what do you see a guy, MVP, you see these types of fights. We've seen what he's done. Shavkat, Sean Brady, Bilal. You talk about Bilal a few times. What do you think like Kevin Holland would have to do to beat a guy like Bilal?
I mean, he's catching. Yeah, I mean, I just don't think he can. I think Bilal's just too structured when it comes to his wrestling and his takedowns and his grind. That's like because he has to stay like mentally loose like this, and I don't think Bilal buys into his bullshit and will just kind of do his fight game plan the entire time. I think it's going to mentally break him being on his back, not being able to do anything about it. But hey, I could completely be wrong. He could catch him just like Luke says. Could be awesome. Be awesome for him to upset someone like that. But I just don't see it happening. I don't think there's anything he could really like. You can't make up that many years of wrestling to beat Bilal Muhammad.
You are right about that. Like even though I'm a wrestler, I started late. I used to always get frustrated when I was fighting people like Chael Sonnen and Rashad Evans, and Queen Mo, putting me on my back and just keeping me there and just holding me down. That's the most frustrating thing that can ever go on in the cage. I don't care if people out striking me and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, I can deal with that. Maybe I can get a lucky punch in there or something like that. But when people just just taking you down and controlling you on your back, it will change. It will change.
It wears you out. I mean, look at
yeah.
Morab right now. That's why Morab's a champion. You know, like that's exactly what he's doing.
We've seen a few videos, and you've brought this up in the past. A guy like Khabib, then he had a record for the most takedowns, and then he went to, I believe it was AK, and you guys, there was a training camp there about now when you take them down, you keep them down so that way you don't.
Khabib nigga run off had the most takedowns.
Yeah, he had I think he had like 20.
He was training with us before that.
Yeah, but what was it? There was a video you had showed it to us about. Now it's not just about taking the guy down; it's about holding him down.
Yeah, I mean, the takedowns. I love Khabib, but like he was locked on to the back, and he launched him up. He got back up, but he held on the whole time, and you can't really consider that a takedown every time because he's locked onto the back, and the guy's getting up, and he's taking him down. He's getting taken down. You got to re-enter in the shots. Just because he stands up for a second and he gets dropped back down because he got a body lock, it's a little different.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know if all those takedowns should have been awarded, but.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because you're locked up, the guy gets up, knees and up, and they just kept bringing up takedowns. And it's like, that's not exactly how the takedown game works.
TJ, I saw you showing Armin, who's been training here at the Santo Performance Studio. You've been showing him a lot of, double leg, single leg, high crotch, and then, putting people against the cage. You were showing a lot of technique with Randy Brown last week. Is this kind of what you're talking about when you take someone down, then what do you do next? Because I saw you doing that the last time you were down here training with everybody. Like, what do you do after you get the guy down? What do you do after you're controlling the guy? Because it seems like you had like a lot to say about that.
Wrist rides, right? Standing underneath the elbows, keeping a guy on his hands. If he's on his hands, it's hard for him to stand back up. That's what Khabib was really great at, is wrist riding. Like, he gets a guy down, he's instantly going to the wrist, so I can't build myself back up and stand back to my feet and then having to get another takedown again. A great way to keep them down, staying heavy on the head, keeping them heavy on their hands, right? So if I'm real heavy on my hands on the mat, it's hard for me to stand up. And then he's wrist riding him when he does it.
Yeah, Bear, I heard that your wrist has gotten stronger lately. That's where
he used to be a limp wrister all the time, but his wrist.
Her wrist.
I've been training.
Yeah, and you've been working a motorbike.
I think
you've been on those bikes and stuff.
I think me and you had the strongest grip strength in the whole place.
Oh yeah, we did though. Real talk.
Rampage showed up.
Yeah,
Rampage did show. Hey, how are you so strong?
Natural.
You beat Khalil Roundtree's strength.
I told you, I'm trying to tell you, I'm stronger than Roundtree.
So now, just so we can all make this very clear, because this has been a debate for a year, Rampage Jaxxon is officially stronger than Khalil Roundtree. And I love Khalil Roundtree, but it's official. We have the proof. We've seen who has a deeper and more intense strength.
Yeah, I've said it. I've been saying it. I'm stronger than because, strength is mental. When I was wrestling in college, this kid, he was wrestling
like an X-Man.
He wrestled like 147, is that a weight class, something like that? In 2000.
In college?
Yeah.
Yeah, the weight classes have changed now.
I forgot, right? It was like 140s or something.
149.
Yeah, something like that. And I was a 77 pounder. Mm-hmm. And I tried to wrestle him. And like I said, I came to wrestling late. And the kid, and I used to always try to out strength everybody and muscle them out. And so I'm wrestling this little bitty guy, and he's throwing me around. I was like, how in the hell are you stronger than me? He said, oh, I'm stronger than everybody right here in my head. It's strength is mental.
And it's obviously genetic as well, too, right? Like, I think you're just genetically strong. Like, Morab, I think he's genetically strong. He's genetically got great cardio, and he has that. But he also has that, like, you see him get in these crazy grappling exchanges, and he's holding the guy down, and he's smiling. It's like, bro, you know how tired that makes you? But he didn't even give a shit.
Yeah, he's on a different level.
So, Vicente Luque, before we move on from this fight, guys, you guys have all had experience. You guys have all had a belt. Where does a guy like that go who's trying to climb through the ranks, and where does a guy like that consider himself?
Climb through the ranks. I mean, he's got to climb back up quite a ways, but he didn't look that bad. He's still right. He's still up in the upper echelon, but
But what
he's got to just fight.
What rank was he before he fought number 14?
He got up there pretty high. I think he was up in like the 6s or something like that. Mid-range 10s. So then he lost a couple fights. He fell back off, and he's been building up slowly. But
so now, if he lost to a guy that was ranked number 14, does he?
He's not in the rankings. He's not in top 15 right now.
Okay.
Vicente.
Okay.
Kevin Holland's at 14 right now.
Okay, now I understand.
And then Wonder Boy's at 12. Jeff Neal's at 11. So I know, and we talked about Gilbert Burns already. He's at 10. So I mean,
that's a good fight right there. Wonder Boy and Luque, I don't think they've ever fought. But it's an interesting fight at this point. Both their careers, both the latter halves of their careers, interesting fight to make.
I'd like to see Kevin Holland and Wonder Boy fight.
That would be also really
Ooh,
good.
that would be good.
Yeah.
And next,
He called out Colby. I want to see that. I want to see him fight.
He called out Kobe? Kobe Covington?
Yeah. What do you think about that?
He said he's the worst fighter in the welterweight division. I want him. He wants him.
Jeez. Do we believe that?
No, he's not the worst.
Who's the worst?
I don't know.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. I know.
He'll honestly answer that.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know who the worst is.
Yeah. Thank you, TJ.
Yeah. I shouldn't.
That's honest.
Come on. Don't put TJ in a pickle like that. He'll answer.
You're right. My bad.
We might lose a guest.
We already lost a few guests. Wait, real quick though, before we move on from that, what do we think of Kobe Covington right now? His career, where he's at, what's going on with him? I'll start with Luke.
I think he's got to work his way back in the game and take a fight and actually train for it. Not just take last minute fights against tough guys like Joaquin.
What about the way he was talking about John Jones?
I mean, what has he done lately? I don't know why.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Just get back in the game and fight somebody and show up.
What about you, TJ? What do you think of Kobe Covington, his career so far?
I mean, I agree with Luke. He needs to actually fight up the ladder now rather than just taking big fights, get back in the mix and actually fight. I think we fight him like once every 2 years or something, right?
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to see him get active again and get back to the fighter that got him to the top and actually start fighting some of the up and comers.
Yep. Rampage?
I think that the UFC need like a minor leagues. Send that motherfucker to another show. Have him go fight
Isn't that
there.
the contender series? Send him back to the
lost Kobe.
Nah, bro, I'm just keeping it real. Fuck
yeah.
it.
Send him back to the contender series.
Yeah, go beat up.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
If they could get sent down like the G-League,
Yeah.
they could reboot their career and then come back up.
That'd be sick.
That would actually be good.
Yeah.
It'd be good for the fans too, because then we could see more fights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like, it's starting to become like boxing. Everybody's like so scared of their records, so scared of their fights. It's starting to, we're losing a lot of these mainstream fights that we want to see as fans, especially me.
That's probably one of the best ideas I've heard on the podcast.
Yeah.
A G-League.
A G-League.
Yeah.
A rebuilding
Let's go.
series.
Yeah, UFC G-League.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, let's steal that idea.
Let's do it
Isn't
right
that
now.
the
So we get
GFL? I'm sorry.
Oh my God, headshot,
Non-existent.
bang.
I'm sorry.
Wow, hey.
Yeah, but if you contract to the UFC, you can't go there.
Yeah.
No, that's
So
true.
So they need.
Well,
some-
Luke was signed in the GFL. He was supposed to fight Chris
I
Weidman.
took that like 2 cents, man.
Did you get paid for that?
I got paid.
Nice.
Oh, did you really?
Nice. Luke
Fuck
got
yeah.
paid. Hey.
I only signed the contract knowing that I was going to get paid, and I
Sweet.
got like 50 grand out of it.
Sweet.
Okay, we'll take it. Hey, that's 50K.
Sign me up.
That went straight to Luke Surongs.
They-
Hey, everyone
they-
else thought they were going to get like this like real big paycheck at the end. I was like, me and my managers were like, let's just get this pay.
Smart.
Don't ever count on it, and just move forward.
What you think happened? Why you think it
I don't know,
folded?
it was
so-
just too ambitious, man. The paychecks that they were dishing out, they're talking about 7-figure paychecks for guys that never touched 7-figure paychecks, never touched titles. They were dishing out 7-figure paychecks, more like upper echelon 7-figure paychecks to guys that have never touched UFC championships.
Hey, before we
I need to
move
try
on to
this
the
thing.
next thing, TJ Dillashaw brought his Caveman Eats last time, and I was obsessed with it. And then Luke, I can't stop eating these things. What are these? Protein candies. Is this your brand?
Yes, it is.
To everybody on the podcast, you got Rampage has got F3, TJ's got Wild Society, Luke's got Protein Candy. This is what it's all about. When people talk about platforms, this is the platform that I'm most excited about, that we get to have all these fighters and icons being able to blow up their brands now, just like you guys have helped us blow up Jaxxon. This is a good thing for fighting.
Healthy.
Now we're going to jump into the bantamweight. We have a
Hydrating.
Mario Batista who was supposed to fight our very own Cheeto Vera, who ended up getting hurt. And then they brought in a superstar from another organization, Patchy Mix.
My first time.
Yeah, these are really good, TJ.
This your first time having these? Mm-hmm. They're really good.
Yeah, these are really good.
Yeah, be careful. They're addictive. You
Bro, it's like
eat
candy.
the whole bag.
Yeah, it's like candy. But it's all protein. It's okay.
It's a 20-ounce ribeye in each bag.
One rib.
20 ounce That got to be expensive.
Yeah, no, it is.
TJ would figure out how to make beef jerky healthy and just like
But it's
ultimately addicting.
It's like a real. But what about the fat? I shouldn't eat that part.
Yes, you should.
You need
Absolutely,
it.
it's good
You've been
fat.
getting too skinny.
Tastes good too.
Yeah.
I don't even really like the fat.
You've been
Have
getting
you-
too skinny.
Have you eaten a ribeye?
Yeah, that's what I like.
Go buy a 20-ounce ribeye from the butcher and see how expensive it is. You know,
How much-
that's
how
why it's got 95 to 100 grams of protein in a bag.
So what do we think about Patchy Mix coming over? I think he only has one loss to Juan Archuleta, correct?
Yeah, I coached him in that fight to win the title of Bellator.
Wait, what?
Hold on, wait.
Wait, rewind. Yeah. You can't just mow over it like that.
Juan was fighting Patchy Mix to get the Bellator championship, and
You trained Juan.
I was training Juan. That's when I was suspended. And I was training Juan for his fights. And we won a world title and we beat Patchy Mix. And we had to switch up the game plan. I mean, we obviously trained a ton of Patchy being on his back, which happened like 3 times. And Juan defended like a champ. I mean, Patchy got very close a couple of times, but Juan was able to scramble out. And then coming into like that second round, I sat him in the corner. I was like, hey, we need to rip his body up. Like, you got to go to his body. He's got a high guard. He's real flat-footed and tries to walk you down. And once Juan started letting his hands go and ripping the body up, he pieced him up and got the win. It was awesome.
And that was Patchy Mix's only loss.
No way.
Going into this fight, yeah.
He's that good.
He was. Yeah.
I mean, he's good for not being in the UFC, right? Like, the UFC is a whole nother animal, man. And you see it here. Like, I actually put my money on Patchy. I thought he was going to come in here and win this fight. He's a great fighter. But there's something to be said when you come into it. Like, you can think these other world champions are world champions. But then you come into the UFC, you're fighting more of a top-tier guy all the time, and you're in front of a promotion that's insane. Like, I never been to a Bellator fight until I was coaching Juan. I went to Bellator, and it was kind of crazy to me that there was, like, no one in the stands. Yeah. I had only fought for the UFC. I've only gone to the UFC. Like, I went straight. Within 1 year of me training MMA, I got in the UFC, the Ultimate Fighter. Oh, no. So I never fought anywhere else. And it was always like, this is what it's like, you know? And then I went to Bellator, and I was like, whoa, it seems like I'm fighting at the fairgrounds right now.
Yeah.
You know, like, it felt like a sideshow.
It's weird. And the paychecks were pretty big.
Yeah.
You know, there's not pretty good paychecks.
But when you walk out in front of
a
UFC crowd, when they got 30, 50,000 people in the stands and the interview lead-ups and just the promotion's the real deal, Holyfield, I mean, you're going to get blinded by these lights. I mean, Patchy didn't look as good as he should, but he's also getting tested, and I think Batista looked awesome. He did a really good job keeping his foot outside his foot. So Southpaw Orthodox, Batista does a very good job staying away from his power and circling outside his front foot the whole time, and Patchy wasn't paying attention to it. And that's why that straight right would work the whole fight. Patchy wasn't moving his head, and Batista was going to the body, going to the head with that same right hand. And Patchy looked like he was in slow motion because of it. Batista looked awesome. It was a great fight.
Dude needs to learn how to wrestle. I mean, like, if you got that good a ground game, like, at least try.
He only shot one shot this whole fight, but he's never really been the one to shoot a takedown, you know? And like you said, yeah, he's got such good grappling. He should be learning how to wrestle.
Who, Mix?
Yeah, Mix. Like, I'm sure he knows how to wrestle, but he's not doing MMA wrestling. Like, he should be putting his punches together with his shots. And if you don't get the shot, you're back to your punches, and that makes your striking that much better, right? Like, his grappling is so strong that guys are going to be scared to get taken down. So just do a level change. You level change, he's like, oh, fuck, and then come back with your strikes, you know? Like, when you have something that strong, you got to use it to your advantage. Even if you're not getting the takedown, use it to make your striking better. Look low, kick high. You know, he didn't throw one body punch the entire time. Like, level change, throw the body. Like, the guy's going to be scared of you changing levels. And unfortunately, I haven't seen any of that from him.
I mean, the Diaz brothers go for more takedowns than him.
Is this his first fight in the UFC?
I'm serious.
Yeah, it's his first UFC
at least
fight.
try.
Yeah.
He's probably in his head right now. He's in his own head right now. Cause look at him. He's just standing there letting the guy punch on him and stuff.
Yeah, watch, these right hands will come right down the middle and he won't even move his head.
Yeah, he's got this weird look in his face in the first round, and he's just like he's just like frustrated, and he wasn't even really there to win.
Yeah,
there to fight, but not to win.
He's in his own head right now. You can see it.
Yeah, look, he's just getting tagged.
Yeah,
and he's just like sniffing and
for 5 minutes. He's been in there getting tagged and just like you know. Making face with him, he's getting hurt.
Not until the third round do you see him actually throw a combo. It's like, bro, where was that at? Like, put some pieces together, throw a combo, like, move your head, feint, like, be an MMA fighter, especially with your grappling is so strong, man. I think you said, I think it's the UFC jitters. I think he'll get that out of the way. I'm hoping he's a mentally tough kind of guy because he bounced back after losing to Juan and got a title. So it's like, I think he can bounce back and do a good job. I mean, he's very talented, man. He's like one of the best guys I've ever seen on the back.
Bro, the UFC jitters is a real thing. Like you were just saying, like you used to fight in front of 30,000 people. I used to fight in front of 70 and 80,000 people. Came to the UFC and still got the UFC jitters.
Yeah.
The first round when I fought Marvin Eastman,
damn.
The first round I was like, what the fuck is this energy? Then the second round I snapped out of it. I was good. I never had him again since.
And there's still and there's also well-rounded guys, you know? There's guys that are going to be good on the feet and got great takedown defense. So it's like, and they're not going to need to take you down. I mean, he's going to run into some problems. There's going to be a lot of guys that have good striking and good wrestling. He's going to find the same problem.
I want to see how he does when he loosen up. See, look, he's throwing elbows and stuff now.
But I will say he is slow for 35s.
Oh, he's slow.
I mean, his grappling is strong. His back control is amazing. He puts you into quicksand. But on his feet, he's a little bit flat-footed and slow for the 35s.
Hey, I got to fight. Patchy Mix versus my boy Chito Vera coming through. Hey, that was supposed to be Chito's fight. That's a great match.
That is a great matchup. Yeah.
Hey, I think it's a great test for Chito to come back.
He looks tall in it for his weight class.
He is tall. Yeah. Cheeto's tall though too. Cheeto's pretty tall for the weight class.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
About the same.
Yeah.
He look the same as him? About the same height as him? He look tall. Cheeto like he's got muscle mass on him, don't he?
I think Cheeto does a better job with his nutrition throughout his fight camp. Like Cheeto's real serious about his like strength conditioning, his weight, and like that's why I think he's able to keep a little more muscle mass. He is as tall as him.
Oh, okay.
But I think Cheeto does a very good job with every aspect of his training. Something that really frustrated me for this fight too was that like Patchy Mix after the first round sat in his corner, and his corner was going to tell him like they wanted to see more combos, and he's like, I got it. Oh no, that's what they want to say. He wanted to tell him to keep his foot outside his, and he interrupted him in the middle of. He's like, I got it. Don't worry about it. It's like, bro, sit there and listen to your coach. He can see shit that you're not seeing, and there's a reason why you're getting pieced up.
Right.
And he's kind of wanted to like again think the UFC was like the whole jitters and the Megatron and the people were all in his head, you know?
Yeah.
He thinks he's better than he is.
Yeah, that's no way to be. You got to listen to your coach. You got to be a coachable athlete in the sport. You got to. You're not as good as your coaches. You're not better than your coaches. Even if you know, I've had some people in my corner that I felt like I was a better fighter than them. I'm gonna be 100, but I still listen to them because they probably seeing stuff that you don't see.
Exactly. There's stuff you can see from the outside looking in. Right. You can't see because you're going through the motions, you know?
Right. And he's getting pieced up, bloody nose and everything.
He got hit with countless right hands. Batista looked great, man. I thought it was a really, really good fight for him. Because he's getting a lot of hate after fighting Aldo and making it a boring fight. But again, he fought smart. And even here in the third round, I feel like he could have turned it up more and looked for the finish, but he was smart about it and got the win.
Oh, so he's coming off a loss?
No, he beat Aldo.
No, he coming off a loss. Aldo won that fight. What are you saying? Aldo won that fight.
That's right. It was a fight that was controversial. Huh?
Right, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it was fucking real controversial.
That's right.
Parlay. 55 grand. 55 motherfucking $1,000.
God damn.
I was so pissed about that. That's some stupid shit.
Dude, another thing I saw Batista doing too is he did a really good shake step, something that me and Dwayne work on, getting outside the shoulders. He would like slap a hook and get outside his shoulder to stay away from his power. I was taking notes and I was writing it down. I forgot to mention that.
Now you take it real serious, huh? I wish I could be like that. How come I don't have that drive to take shit serious like that and take notes and shit like that?
Dude, you could be more successful at anything you want to do by being more fucking organized and having a game plan. No matter what it is, even if it's like your streaming, pitching a tent.
Yeah, I know.
Even if it's your streaming, like putting a game plan together, what you know is going to be entertaining, or whatever it may be, like my Wild Society business or me in my fight camps, like game plan everything.
Did you always take notes in your fight camp and like how your training went that day and everything like that?
Not so much like day-to-day training, but I have a notebook. I have this journal for every fight camp I'm in, and I write down combos that I'm expecting to hit in my fight, takedowns that I want to hit in my fight, things that he's going to be looking for in my weaknesses. Like for every fight, like I have him like listed out of like what I plan to do, what I think he's going to do, and what combos I'm going to hit, things like that.
Man, that's a good idea. I wish I would have done.
You don't think you get in your head? I think everyone's a little different. You know?
Huh?
I mean, you're more of like writing all that thing down. You don't think you get in your own head a little bit?
I don't know. I don't know if I get in my own head, but I think that I would have done more because I know sometimes some fights after I walked back to the locker room, like, damn, I wanted to do this one combo. I'm gonna tell y'all something I always wanted to fucking do. I used to train it and I never did it in the fight. I always wanted to do
roundhouse kick.
Fuck off. I did one Mabababo, but it went over his head. I never kicked again. I wanted to do that Street Fighter uppercut. What'd you call it?
You can.
You can
Oh, you can uppercut.
Bro.
You gotta
Think about it. That,
because you always like back uppercut. Yeah, that.
yeah.
Bro,
So
that reminds me of that fake shot I do, where like I'll come in and I'll like touch a leg, like I'm gonna fake a shot, and then I take my whole body and just come boom into the uppercut.
and then think about it. If you land it, then you just jump and turn around after that. Fuck,
that would be dope.
That'd be dope. That's been a fucking highlight. I always wanted to do that in the fight, but I did it. I used to always train it in sparring. I was fighting in Pride, right?
Yeah.
I could have did that. They fell down and started kicking them or whatever.
I've never had
pulled
a
it off.
walk-off knockout though either, right? Like I've always like followed it up. It would have been sick to like hit it and just be like,
Yeah.
Is the high you can from the front or the back?
you can uppercut things the front.
In the front.
The
it's
front
the front
uppercut.
uppercut,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh,
He like
and
comes
you
from the
just jump.
side and he jumps up.
Yeah, but you got to land it first.
Yeah.
You got to connect it and then you just jump and turn around.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That'd be sick. I never pulled it off.
What would be the sickest street fighter combo?
The stretchy arm.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's
What?
good.
No,
Wait, that's actually a good question. What would it
the
be?
double. No,
What, the
fucking-
combo?
What
Or
the best combo?
The guile backflip.
Oh yeah. That was no one. That is never going to happen, right?
Why?
That's-
Why?
What about
You want to do a
What about the barrel roll?
what's his name?
Bianca, what is it?
What's his name?
Blanca, the
Blanca,
yeah.
He rolls for.
Come
Or
on.
he jumps and bites him.
Yeah, like the sport has evolved. We got Showtime jumping off cages and
Dude,
hitting
that shit
people.
was
and
wild.
That shit was wild. When I first saw that opened up my eyes to what we can do in MMA. And then with the shit what Buckley did, I'm like, what the fuck?
Buckley was sick.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
was badass.
So MMA is evolving like that, but I don't think we will ever see a backwards flip. A backwards flip kick.
You should never say never.
No, we seeing like people standing on their heads and doing a kick, but they don't got no power. That's just flashy. But we'll never see somebody pull off a backwards flip motherfucking kick. We'll never see
I
that.
can't even picture the backwards. What was it? Who did that one?
Guile.
Guile.
Yeah, Guile,
Yeah.
the army dude.
Yeah.
With the
that-
flat top blonde hair.
Yeah.
He did a backflip.
A backflip kick. We'll never see shit like
Kicked it
that.
up. Yeah, up, straight up.
Yeah. We'll never see
Why do you think writing things down or like game plan like that would get into your head?
I don't know, I think some people just fight more free. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm more instinctual. You know, what I mean, like sometimes you might overthink the situation. Everyone fights differently. You know,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like everyone's body chemistry is different. But I don't know. I was just thinking, looking at different people how they act. Like I think St. Pierre used to operate like that too.
Yeah.
I always thought about it because I heard about it, and I was just like, I don't know. I was always try to go through the rehearse.
That's 'cause you're a
rehearse
fucking
situations,
athlete,
but
though.
just but no, I mean it's like everyone's different. Like I appreciate.
You don't consider yourself
I
an
understand
athlete?
it.
I mean, I am, but like this guy can fucking skateboard, surf, golf, and he doesn't have to try.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's like my
I-
little,
I-
like
I
my
fucking try. I
Well, like
No,
my,
you don't try. You went and played golf with Dustin Johnson in the Four Aces. You almost shot better than one of the dudes on their team.
No.
You're pretty good at golf. You're pretty good at skating. You skate with Ryan Sheckler at a skate park. You do tricks. You go surf with Cole Hoshman, who's a WSL top 10
And those
surfer.
guys train their fucking
And these
ass off
guys
to do
all are
those.
at the height of their game, and you're able to. Yeah, I'm not saying you're better than them, but you like can hang it. Like, bro, come on, you're a different animal, and I gotta give you that.
And he wrestling bulls. Hey,
He actually
stay out of my
goes on the
territory. That's my
bulls.
territory.
He actually goes on the bulls. He doesn't just go like in a little pig pen and hide out on them and then jump out.
You know, it's fucked up. I just went to Montana. And I was like, I heard about the rodeo back home. I literally dropped my shit and left that next morning because I thought I was going to be able to steer wrestle, shoot dog, whatever they call it. And they outlawed it.
They outlawed
They
it?
outlawed it, I think, because of me, because I brought too much awareness to it. I said it was like,
Inhumane.
it's kind of bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Just a mounted guillotine on a bull.
I mean, dude, the things wrestle. They fight each other.
Yeah.
It's a 600-pound steer. Maybe not a bull, but hey, the thing's 600 pounds.
A steer. That's a.
Their nuts are
200.
cut off.
So it's a gay bull.
It's a male with no nuts.
You wrestling a gay
'Cause
bull?
Their meat's better, less testosterone.
Beryl, how you feel about that?
I'm staying out of this one, bro. I already knew something was going to get directed towards
So,
me.
so Joe Pfeiffer. I heard this guy doesn't wrap his hands.
He doesn't wrap his hands, dude. He
No, that's
throws
illegal.
like a truck.
But that's illegal, right? You got
No,
to.
you don't have to wrap your hands.
No, you don't gotta wrap your hands.
What? You don't got to tape your hands in the
No,
UFC?
you want to tape your hands, dude. Like, why would, not taping your hands is insane.
Insane.
Yeah, but I mean, this guy throws.
Let's see. Can we zoom in and like, he don't look like he got nothing under those gloves. Look at it.
Damn, I'm gonna look this shit up now.
Bro, that's an insane inside tip.
For how hard he throws too, is like every punch he throws is as hard as he can possibly throw it.
Bro, I always thought that it was a rule that you have to tape your hands.
No.
Yeah, I heard someone say like he did one little wrap around his wrist, a tape.
I've never heard that. That's crazy. That's insane.
Man, it was impressive that Gastelum, I mean, obviously Pfeiffer let him stay in this thing, but Gastelum stayed alive after taking some heavy
Oh,
That's just the first of it. He drops him twice in the first round. And he head kicks him like straight across his neck, dude.
what weight class is this?
There's commitment. He
Middleweight.
throws with pure commitment.
I think it's middleweight.
What is Pfeiffer's record in the UFC?
85.
What's Pfeiffer's record? Does he have a loss in the UFC?
Yeah,
He's lost, right? Pretty bad, isn't he? He just throws with no.
No, he's actually super controlled. If he would have actually put it on him, he could have finished this fight. Like, he's fighting to win rather than fighting to be a superstar. Like, he could have, like...
Look at his hand. Look at his hand. There's no tape on that thing.
That's crazy. You're right, dude. There doesn't look like there's any tape.
Hey, am I the only one that's thinking this? But Gastelum can go down to like 70.
I think he's tried.
What's wrong with him?
he only has a loss in the Dana White Contender Series, and then that was his first time ever fighting like in a UFC organization, and then he has one loss against Jack Hermanson.
Jack Hermanson.
Hermanson.
Hermanson. You know the craziest thing is, like, imagine not wrapping your thumb. The thumb is what I worry about the most.
Why is that?
Yeah, because you
Wait,
when
why
you
is
do a
that?
body
If you're in
shot
combinations,
and,
you-
For the audience, show the audience
If
why.
your thumb gets hit and like displaced, right? It's just like that security of having your thumb wrap is fucking everything.
But explain what does the wrap do though to the thumb?
I mean, if you hit, say you throw a hook and you hit and you hit your like you take your thumb out, it takes your grip away, it takes everything away, and like it can go away real quick.
Yeah.
So
Then
the
that strength, that ability, that dexterity, that's a big fuck.
Yeah.
That'll fuck you.
Yeah. I'd be
TJ, break
scared
it
to
down,
fight.
TJ.
The wrap's not about like padding on your hand. What it does, it keeps all your bones in line, right? So like when you hit something, you break something, like your bone's gonna roll over itself. It's gonna fracture in the middle. Like taping your hand really well is more about just keeping the structure of your hand.
Yeah.
Right? Not so much like padding it. That's crazy if he doesn't tape his hands.
No, that's
insane.
why we wrap obviously through the middle to keep all the metacarpals separated, like but tight together at the same time. But the thumb's the scariest part for me.
Yeah, my thumb used to be messed up for years by just sparring and wrapping them wrong. So I had to create an extra ligament just for my thumb. So I had to tape it and make exits on this side just so my thumb can be there. That's scary that you don't take care of even his thumb. Like that.
Even when I did bare knuckle boxing, I was like, I want to wrap my thumb up a little bit.
Yeah.
A little something.
Damn, you're right. It doesn't look like he has anything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that shit up.
So Gasm tried to go down to 70s, but
He's
he
had problems
hey.
cutting weight before.
I wonder if he had tape wrap his hands.
Oh my god.
Hey, let's call Tate.
Let's call Tate.
Let's call Tate.
Hey, let's ask Tate about this.
Yeah, see if Pfeiffer wraps
Hey,
his hands.
Tate, you wrap his hands or what? These fucking...
What do we think about Kevin Gastelum, his career, where he's at, what he needs to do?
I mean, he's been around for a long time, man, and he's also like we just showed against me, like squaring up against Luke. He needed to throw more combos. He needed to use his feints to close the distance. He needed to go to the body. He was headhunting when he was throwing his punches. He got dropped, and so he's like trying to repay the damage, and he was headhunting the whole entire time. I would have loved to see him go to the body and enter and moving his head coming in and using feints. He just punched the body right there, but throwing combos behind it, You see him in the third round actually make like a pretty... That dude. I can't believe he dropped by that head kick. But
he leaned away from it a little bit.
On the third round, he's like making a comeback because Pfeiffer's letting him do it because he's just worried about winning rather than knocking him out. And he's just throwing to the head the entire time.
Oh, my God.
Wow, if he would have landed that second, he would have knocked him out.
Dude, Pfeiffer also could have landed a cross kick the entire fight.
Wow.
Because of the right hand he's landing the entire time. Watch when he throws his right hand, especially that open stance, that southpaw orthodox. Gastelum's trying to parry the right hand. And if he brings a kick right behind it, he could have annihilated him with it.
Gasm, he got a good chin. I give him that. But
He always has.
I
He's
feel,
always had a good chin.
Oh, okay.
I feel like Joe just is so calm though. He just stands there in the pocket. He moves around with him. He doesn't really let him get off. Like Luke, you always talk about, in all seriousness, letting people like get off and get a flow. And if you stop that, you're able to kind of control the fight more. What does that mean to like a guy who doesn't fight, so they understand the context of what you're talking about?
Because Bear always lets guys get off.
Hey, that's why I went with Luke, because I knew one of you two would do that, and I thought Luke might be a little bit more serious. I was going to direct that question towards you, TJ Dillashaw, but after you beat me in the tricycle competition, I knew you wanted to get one on me. So, Luke, like I was saying,
you got to take lead. You got to take lead. Obviously, it's important to take the lead.
I knew this guy was good.
You know, you don't want to be the central bottom type like Bear. Sometimes you got to be the power top. Most of the time in fighting, you want to be the power top.
So if you guys were wondering why Luke hasn't been here for 6 months, when you put all three of them together in one room, I feel like I'm just a punching bag.
I think Calvin has been questioning himself the last few years. So I think Pfeiffer's obviously came in with confidence, and he took the lead. He took the lead, and he came out. He's not shy, and he threw hard.
And TJ, you know about this more than most, about weight cutting and understanding your body, what you should and shouldn't be doing. Do you feel like this is a good division for Gaslam? Do you feel like this is a good division for Joe? Do you feel like Gaslam maybe should?
Oh, Pfeiffer looks massive for the weight class. Gaslam needs to go to 70s, but unfortunately, hasn't had great success with cutting weight, and it's been a little bit too hard for him. I mean,
He needs to go see Sam Calavita.
he wouldn't be able to hang.
No.
Yeah,
No way.
on.
No
He
way.
wouldn't.
Hell no.
What do you mean, hell no?
Hey, I got an idea.
What?
You don't believe? Let's film behind the brand. Let's film you do one workout with
Let's film you do the warm up.
the warm up with Coach
Oh,
Cal.
yeah, I put money, I would kill it.
I'll bet you $100,000.
Wow.
That I won't be able to finish the workout with Sam. I've been watching Armin train. I could.
Yes, I will bet
They're
you.
on the rollers. They do the medicine ball.
I'll
I do
bet
this
you
stuff every day.
I'll bet you $1 million. I'll bet you all the
is
money
Sam
is coming to me.
Calavita's program
I'll
that
bet you all the
strong?
money is coming to me from my
Hey.
shit.
Hey,
Yeah.
is Sam Calavita that strong? That his workout's that strong?
It's
that hard,
it's the hardest workout I've ever done.
Ever
From
done in my
college,
entire life.
college
When did you guys
wrestling.
do it together.
When he was trying to make a comeback,
My last fight.
yeah, from
My
the
last fight.
Okay, and you were training in the garage that Armin's
Yeah,
been training at, with
yeah.
Aaron Pico and all of them?
Yep.
Okay, so what is so unique about Sam's style of training that you did it and so many other champions go there?
because he trains the lactic threshold better than any other coach.
Which means what for the common man?
So first, you got to figure out where your lactic threshold is.
What
Right.
is
So
lactic?
you produce lactic acid, which makes you tired. So like when you're grappling, you're doing an anaerobic. Anaerobics when you're using your muscles and you have to have cardio at the same time. You produce lactic acid, and you have a threshold of how much you can handle. First, you have to figure out when you start burning carbs from fat. You got to figure out what your resting heart rate is, all this stuff, do RMR tests, and then he'll push you to where you're. Once he knows all that and you've done your VO2 max, he knows where your threshold is because he did the VO2 max. He measured how much carbon dioxide you're putting out when you're breathing. So he knows exactly where your quit point is. Well, what he does is he puts you in that quit point, makes you train there for as long as he physically can make you do it without you throwing up. And then eventually you reach new bounds. You reach new bounds, and then you recover the right way. And then you push that threshold again, and then you recover the right way. Then you push that threshold again. It's the only way you can continue to increase your lactic threshold and your crossover points from when you're burning carbs to fats is by training through Sam Calavita. I mean, he blows, like the PI is a joke compared to what Sam does.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's some of the hardest training I've done in my life.
And the most scientific.
Yeah,
By
yeah.
far.
And it's always in his garage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the guy's got so much class, why the fuck does he open up just a bigger
He
studio?
doesn't want to. People have offered to do it for him. He wants to do it in his garage. He wants the Rocky Balboa, like, that's just who he is, man.
Oh.
Yeah. He could be
What's
doing
the hardest part about his workout?
For me, the hardest part was after you get done doing everything, the get on the bikes.
Yeah, the
The
bike's the
Aerodynamic
hardest.
bike.
No,
No,
it's
no,
a
no,
watt
no.
bike.
What's
so,
that?
So you're like pushing certain watts for certain time periods. He's got different cycles for different times of fight camp. Sometimes you're doing cadence where you're doing your feet as fast as you fucking can and reading lactic threshold. Sometimes you're pushing wattage like 300, 400 watts for like 2 minutes at a time, 5 minutes at a time, and you're completely gassing yourself out, and then he makes you get stronger. So after you do and he'll mix it up. Sometimes he'll make you get stronger first and then ride the bike, or sometimes he'll make you ride the bike until where you're like completely done, which you couldn't do 300 watt interval.
I think you're crazy.
And then
No, I
and
agree.
then you have to work out afterwards.
You couldn't do it, bro.
this sounds like overkill.
No, it's not, because you got to recover the right way. The only way you can push your threshold is by training in it. But you will overwork yourself if you do it too much and you don't recover the right way and you don't use the recovery tools that are at hand at the training lab. Then yeah, you can't do it that often.
Bro, he makes you get a partner and throw 100-pound medicine balls, and you got to catch it.
But you're standing on a Bosu ball.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
Wow.
Bear, have you completed the run, Santo Studio run, 3-mile run yet?
So, we have a Santo Studio running division. We have a Santo Studio running division every Monday at 6 p.m. in front of Santo Studio here in Newport Beach. You come, we have a DJ, we have vibes, we have local,
It's
vendors.
awesome.
We have like smoothies. TJ came out, was a special guest last week. Luke was this current week. Luke was a special guest. There's about 100 to 200 people that come from the community, and we run from Santo Performance Studio with the Jaxxon team, the Santo team, all the way to the beach and back. And then after, there's vibes. And the last 3 or 4 weeks I've been out because Mauricio Ruffi broke my foot. So I've just been on the golf cart.
Yeah, but I heard the first time we did it, you took off, started running, and then disappeared. And someone had to pick him up. I think Cheese came and picked your ass up.
What do you do? You called it Uber? Did you call it Uber?
He Ubered. Yeah, he sent the bat signal out. Had a little emergency
Let's
call.
just move on. But I will say that halfway through the run, I was cramping, and I was having a lactic threshold overtaking my body.
Which you're running, you should not be having that.
And I had Cheese come pick me up, and we went to see pizza in Balboa, and somehow someone found out that they took a photo of me eating, and it was in the group chat the next day, and I don't know who the hell did that. Just like someone yesterday caught me eating a frozen banana in the ice cream shop.
Oh, that shit was amazing.
And put it in. We have a massive group chat with all the Jaxxon athletes, all the Santo
I need you to
Studio
tell me who
athletes.
everyone's numbers are.
Oh, it's everybody. It's Ryan Sheckler, Cole Hoshman, Jet Lawrence, Hunter Lawrence.
I don't know who nobody is there.
I know, it's
Rampage
like, I don't know who
pops
to
off.
reply to because I don't know who the fuck's on it.
I think it's one of the coolest things a brand has ever done, and I'm not saying it because I did. I'm saying it because people need this. Like, you need to mix and match these different personalities and personas, and that's what that group chat
it's
does.
messed up. I be saying hard R in there, and it just goes quiet.
Because no one knows your number. No one knows that it's you saying it.
They probably think it's one of the guys that like, are we supposed to laugh?
They probably think it's some white boy saying it. They're like, oh, I ain't laughing at that.
It goes quiet. That group chat is always going off.
See how Bear was eating his banana
That's right. Embarrassing.
Hey. He was massaging that
Why so sensual?
I was on the peninsula. We had just watched Cole Hoshman compete at the WSL. He put on a phenomenal clinic.
Working that thing, working the tip.
Listen, WSL's at Trestles this
Why,
weekend.
you're not supposed to lick it. You're supposed to eat it, dude.
No, it's. Oh no! Here we go. Here we go. This is.
Hey Tate,
What's up?
what's up, big bro? How you doing,
What's
man?
up, big dog?
What's up, man? How y'all doing?
We're doing good. Hey, we got a question for you. This guy, Joe Pfeiffer. Is it true that he don't wrap his hands?
Who?
Joe Pfeiffer.
He wraps his wrist.
That's just his wrist.
Yeah, just his wrist.
That's wild.
Not really. I mean,
You got a lot of people that do that?
a lot of people, like your wrestlers, don't like their thumbs. They like very thin wraps. So it's getting common where guys want very thin wraps and less wraps. I would never do it. I
Hell
would
no.
definitely not do it.
Yo, thanks for being so energetic. Kayla Harrison coming in ranked number 2. She wanted the belt. She talked about wanting the belt. She's an Olympic champion. Okay, Juliana Penna just doing what she does best, holding on to the belt. Okay, so what do we think? First of all,
TJ, cut
Kayla
it.
Harrison.
Cut it. Do you think Kayla Harrison's getting tested?
Why would she get tested?
Bro,
I'm just saying. It's a big ass chin.
I'm
man.
jealous of her back.
Bro, she put on an amazing weight cut.
I mean, she looks.
Yeah.
She said only God could help her get off that last pound. And I love that speech.
We need Nunes to come back.
She's coming.
I know. We need her back, and we need her to like take over the division again.
Wow, what's wrong with Harris?
Nothing's wrong with her at all. I mean, she came in, dominated, like knew she was going to, but she just like made it look too easy, like almost like not fair, you know, like. And where I think Nunes is a different story. It's gonna be a lot more competitive. Like Nunes is a lot bigger woman than Penne, and her striking is awesome. I'd say Harris's biggest weakness is her striking. Her grappling's better than Nunes, but I think that Nunes could like use her weight and land some serious punches because Harris has got problem with her defense. Her strikes are just like kind of there to grab a hold of you and put you against the cage and try to get you taken down. So I want to see Nunes back on top.
Is Harrison? Is she a judo? Is she a judo?
Judo Olympian. Yeah.
Judo Olympian.
Judo.
Yeah,
though.
and that's the problem. I mean, they even Amanda has shown weakness in the wrestling department against far less skilled girls. You know, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem if she can't keep her away.
And what do we think about the fact that after Kayla Harrison won, she called in Amanda into the cage?
I know. I didn't even know that. I was here talking about like, hey, we need Nunes back. Someone's like, oh, she came into the cage. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I didn't watch like the speeches after I just watched the fights.
I know. What do we think about that though? Do we think that that's what the UFC wanted? Do we think that that was a setup, or is that just improv?
I think she's probably getting bored not being the champion and probably wants to come back, and it was like perfect time to do it.
I think there was talk before.
Well, I would like to see Nunes do like a warm-up fight, but I know UFC don't believe in warm-up fights for that. But you know, that's my.
But she's the greatest woman fighter of all time, though. You
But
know?
still,
It's like,
still she human. I think you take.
she's got to do it on her own.
How long has she been out for?
Wow.
Yeah.
2 years?
But you got to have your own like. You got to do it yourself. You got to like set up a fight, like have people come to the gym, like get the nerves, all that kind of stuff.
But that's the best. That's the only thing you can do. But it's still your brain knows it's not real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do we think about the fact that you have a girl who's in the audience having to come in to not just save the division, but to come back and try to get straight to a belt? Do we feel like that's kind of throwing off the division? Do we feel like that throws off other fighters?
Who else
in
are
the
you gonna
rankings?
fight?
Absolutely not. Amanda Nunes has walked away as champ, and she returns as champ. She really is the champ.
Yeah.
Wow,
She still is the champ.
Yeah.
I love that.
This is the interim champ.
Wait, hold on a second. My last fight I saw of Nunes, she lost to somebody. Did
No,
she get married?
she lost to Pinna,
Yeah.
came back and beat
and got
Pinna
it back.
and retired. She's still the champion. This is an
Okay.
interim championship.
Okay, I didn't see
when
the
you
rematch.
retire, are you still the champion?
I mean, considering she's back, she was still the number. She was number one when she left, and she's still number one now.
So do you know Pinna personally?
I mean, I'm better.
You can you like have
I'll
her
put in
come
a
on?
good word for you.
Yeah, have her come on.
I think she's married and got kids.
Oh, she married and got kids?
I think so.
So do you know Harrison personally?
That's one I don't know. I'm not trying to know either. I'll tell you that. Not my
I think they were saying when their broadcast she adopted her sister's twins or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I remember.
Pinna?
No,
Harrison. But I remember she said she was single, like the last Pringle.
You like those girls
Single like
that?
the last Pringle.
I like my girls toned. I don't really like no muscles. No vascularity. I can't. I like
No,
women.
I don't mind girls got most if they got a big ass.
That's what you look for in a girl?
No, I didn't say that's what I look for.
That's what you really
I
want.
didn't say that's what I look
What
for. I
about
said-
her intellectual, the way she treats you, the meals she makes for you?
Shut up, soy boy.
I give you that. I give you that. Come on. That was good. I was going to actually salute you for your first one during your month. Come on.
What do you like, Bear? What do you like, Bear?
wow.
Do you like those muscles, like those vascularity to
I'm
grip
not going to
onto?
get into this. I'm going to let you guys do your thing.
You like a
Listen,
hard,
I've been trying to
rock
This is our
hard.
first show back together as a band, so I'm kind of going to just let the Cowboys ride each other, and I'm going to just stay out of this one and just kind of watch, you know? And one thing I want to talk about as we go into this big main card with Morab and Sean O'Malley is there's a lot of things that people talk about on the Jaxxon Podcast Discord. The walk-in songs, the attitude, the repositioning of his brand, his image, what he talked about, what he was training. How important are all those things going into a fight? Not coming into his normal song, not having the same flair to his hair, you know, talking about getting off social media and the things he did in the camp. Do you feel like it just puts too much
take it too
Oh,
pressure?
serious.
Yeah. Does
Take it too
does
serious.
Make it too serious? Let's start with you, Luke.
I look back on my best fights and like there are fights I kind of came in with like just this easy going attitude. I came out when I fought Machida. I came out to you're the best around to kind of mock him, you know, the Karate Kid. And I was laughing on my way to there. I fought Bisbing in Australia and I came out to Johnny Horton's like marching the red flags back. You know, it was like I was just laughing. I was like, and I was so relaxed and so in the moment. You know, you take everything like you gotta still be relaxed. You can't be too pissed off. You can't be too serious. You got to be in the moment of just that kind of effortlessness.
I think it's the only way you get into that flow state to really have your reaction time as fast as it's supposed to be.
He looks forced. He doesn't look like he's, you know, it's like, what is that? I've never seen him do that. What the fuck is that? Hey, somebody turn the camera on Loco over here.
I like what O'Malley brings to the sport. You know what I'm saying? He brings a lot of more fans and a lot more excitement, you know, the showmanship.
But what got him there, he's getting rid of, though.
Look at how serious he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's
What
so
got him to
serious.
being the superstar is like, nah, I'm going to focus. Like,
Smoking weed.
I don't.
You think he goes back? Does he go back to burning?
Oh, fuck yeah. 100% I'm ready to go back. I bet he goes back.
And you got Morab over here smiling the whole time, having a great time.
Yeah.
You know, he knew he was winning this fight again.
Yeah.
He knew it was easy work.
Look at him. He's
So talk to me about
look
O'Malley.
at Rob going. Just there.
O'Malley was a plus 260. Morab was a minus 325 going into the fight. Morab also, came in with Ray Longo. He came in with this team from Syndicate. He has Aljo in the corner. I don't see Matt Serra, but I know he wished him well after the fight. But what do we think about the fact that Morab literally just looks like he's invincible at this point in the division?
I think it's a great matchup for him at the same time. He's going to stay on top. I don't see anyone beating him. I think Umar's got the best chance to beat him. I'd love to see him obviously fight Sandhagen next, but I think he could do the exact same thing to Sandhagen. His pressure's insane. He's got a good chin. His cardio's off the radar. He's got good feints. He pops out. He's never in danger. Like, he doesn't play that middle game. Like, he's never in the middle. He's either all the way in or all the way out. He's never just like hanging out, letting Sean be able to throw the right kind of punches he needs. I think Morab's going to probably be on top for a while, man.
Now, stylistically, do we think that Sean maybe didn't put as much emphasis or effort into the things he should have been training for against Morab, or do you just feel like Morab just outpaced him, outperformed?
He did everything he could.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he trained a lot more wrestling and less stand up for Morab. It shows right here because I think Morab kind of outstruck him a little bit in some of the exchanges.
Because he's just so scared of the wrestling, right? Like, because he's like so scared of the wrestling that Morab's striking is going to work, right? You
can see him, like he's so on his back foot.
I've never had to fight being afraid of taking down, right? Like, there's never been a thought process in my head, and that's obviously not a thought process in Morab's head. That's why he's able to come forward and do what he's doing right now. But to have that thought, it's got to suck, right? Like you talked about earlier, like you hated being taken down and hold down. Like, I've never had that thought while fighting, and you can tell that that's what O'Malley had going on through his head.
Yeah, when people try to take me down, I'd be like, "Take me down, come on, motherfucker, let's go." And that was my mindset, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna get taken down." He tripped going backwards without even getting hit because he was scrambling so hard.
I didn't care if people took me down. I just hated when the ones that just lay on top of me and then go for a submission or go for the ground and pound. That's the part I hated because I can get up. But not that he's laying on me. But yeah, same thing though.
He don't look comfortable, I'll tell you that. Like he's just slipped trying to go for a knee.
What about the fact that Morab is constantly just, 3-4 feet back in the pocket, comes in, comes out? Like, is that just stylistically a hard match for anybody, or is that just Morab?
It's a hard, that's a hard thing to pick up because he's like I said, he's never in that middle ground. He pops all the way out of danger. And then he's all the way in on you like this, smothering you against the cage, repetitive takedowns. Like, the guy shoots 100 takedowns a fight, right? So it's like all the way out, all the way in, and that's really hard to deal with.
And then, TJ, last time we were training with Machida, after I really was trying to get an understanding of distance and how Machida looks at it, how you look at it, I started watching fights a little bit differently, how he would come in 2-3, go to the side, come in 2-3, go to the other side. He never stays on the line.
Exactly.
Why is it that, knowing that a guy like, Sugar Sean, who's pretty good, he's number one contender in the division, couldn't kind of stop that or put a stop to that or get ahead of it?
Because he can't sit on his punches and make Morab pay when he comes in because he's too afraid of getting taken down.
No balance on his back foot.
Like if you
yeah, show me over here.
Like if I don't want to be worried about getting taken down, I'm gonna be able to sit on my fucking punches and make you pay for coming in.
Okay.
But I'm really gonna be able to sit on my punches and as you come in. But if I'm afraid to get taken down, I'm here the whole time, right?
His weight's almost back.
Yeah, here, come up here, Luke. Show it on TJ.
So I'm
it's
if
just
I'm always backing up, I can't put my power into my punches now, right?
Sit on it.
Now I can sit on it. I gotta be not scared to get taken down and be able to sit on my punches, right? Because you can change your levels on me, and he's so threatening with that. And that's how he already lost. Like he's afraid of it.
So by not being able to kind of just sit in there in the pocket with him and bang a little bit, then he can't really put power. Is that what you're saying?
Power, confidence, reaction time, because he's so scared of getting taken down the entire time that he's thinking about Morab, even in the corner. If you watch their corner work, his coaches are making him calm down, thinking about Morab, what's going on, and Morab's over here just laughing and playing, and they're yelling and being crazy. He's too focused on Morab.
What do you got, Luke?
Yeah, no, he is. He's worried. He's worried. Morab's he's relaxed. Look, he's hungry. He wants to get back in there. He's laughing. He's looking at him. He's so confident. You have to be planted. You can't be off balance, going backwards and doing all that. And there's ways. I used to love being a defensive striker. I used to love sitting back and really kind of baiting guys in, coming back, boom, and then sitting on the hooks. But he's nervous. He's bowed up. He's like a little pogo stick, and he's running and he's tripping over himself. He's not wide. He's not planted. He's not working. He's not looking to really land something deadly as he's going back. When he fought Aljamain Sterling, he was so confident that he was ready. As he moved back, he was ready to sharpshoot that left hand.
He is a sniper. He's got great striking. He just couldn't do it because Morab's just on him the entire time.
And the bad thing about Morab is most people would get tired by doing it. They couldn't do that the whole 5 rounds.
Oh, he could do it.
He can do it.
Yeah.
That was the worst thing about fighting like that.
How about Morab when he always goes like way up here, like almost blinds his vision. It's kind of strange. I'm not sure how
Rampage, you always had a really good style.
For
like if people watch your highlights, I know besides your cover and roll, but you always were able to sit in the pocket and not really let people push you back.
Yeah.
You always felt confident in your power. You felt confident in your boxing. What was it that like? Because I watched a lot of your highlights. You never really let people push you back.
Oh, because I don't care if I get punched.
And that goes back to what TJ's saying, right? Oh, I get it. Okay.
If you're scared of what the other guy's bringing to you, you're never going to be your best. What I would love to see, Morab and Sterling fight.
You see the exchanges? Morab won a lot of the stand-up exchanges too.
But TJ, every time that
I want to see Morab and Sterling fight.
no, they're not.
They would never.
But why do they make so much money?
They're best friends.
I know, I understand that, but you're getting paid. Who gives a shit?
But Aljo went up a division.
I know. He should come back down.
No.
That's like you and one Archuleta
Yeah,
fight.
come on.
Yeah, fuck. I'll knock his ass out for something.
God, TJ. You already
love
did that
that.
in practice. I have a video.
Okay.
He
But
said
like,
okay.
you're okay.
He says okay, like it's no big deal. Yeah.
You're here to get paid, right? It's like, I don't know. I think it'd be an awesome story.
It's not
You
here to
lose
get paid. You're here to fight for a world championship and get paid.
And
Yeah.
you lose. And you
There's
lose,
two there. I mean, it's like it's fighting a friend for a world championship is the way to do it.
And you lose a sparring partner, and their friendship will probably never be the same. Like me and Dan Henderson,
Handshake before and after, be like, dude, this is all for the money.
me and Dan Henderson.
That ain't shit. That shit'll never be the same.
We're not the same.
That shit'll never be the same.
I mean,
You think that works?
You do.
No,
Hey,
it will
you
never be
think
the same, bro. It's never, listen, I'm trying to tell you. I used to go
Aljamain
help,
comes in?
Hold on, I want to hear this. Dan Henderson. What
Yeah,
happened?
I used to go help. I used to go out to Temecula to help Dan Henderson train for his fights, and over the years, him and I become really, really good friends and stuff like that. Then now we fight. We had that fight and stuff, but we're not the same. He just had a grand opening of his new restaurant in Temecula. Didn't even invite me.
He did invite you. Stop.
Yeah, no,
Time out.
Dan
Time
Henderson
out.
didn't invite me.
Dan
Congratulations
Henderson
on your new
told you
restaurant.
when he came on our podcast, when he opens up his brewery in Temecula.
He was going to text me.
Rampage, you changed your number when you started.
No, I
kick
never
streaming.
changed my number.
Hey, but I think everyone looks at it differently too, because I'm only saying this from Dan's point of view, because Dan will fight anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like some people like us would take it personally. Like
I don't take it personally.
I mean, like if one of your best friends came and fought you for the title, you'd be like, "Fuck you, motherfucker!" Like, but Dan doesn't see it like that. Dan will fight. Dan will fight his best friend.
You also are very competitive with your own friends. TJ is competitive with his own friends. So you guys think of it as nothing. Rampage is a little bit more softer with his friends. He's actually a good friend.
I'm serious about it.
Rampage is like when friends get bullied. I think it's just a different perspective. TJ, you always look at everything from a competitive standpoint. Like
in a business, bro.
If
It's
you knew someone's family, their
you're
kids
both
or
gonna-
wife, you're like, and you gotta fight like that.
you don't have white kids.
The
I'm just saying.
only friend that I fought,
I don't either.
the only friend that I fought that didn't affect us was Kevin Randleman. He's just a different animal.
God bless him.
Yeah,
God bless
yeah. It didn't bother him. We was cool before, and we was cool afterwards.
Kevin Randleman highlight video against you when he goes in to shoot on you and he just puts everything into it and it just looks like just 2 freight trains and you just kind of stuff it. It was one of the craziest highlights. I put it in my Instagram post the other day.
Yeah. And by the way, his ex-wife or his late wife. I mean, no, his widow.
Yeah,
his
his
wife
widow.
is throwing like some foundation for him in Vegas.
We got to support that. Kevin
Yeah,
Randleman highlights
yeah,
are my favorite things to
yeah,
watch.
we
That
gotta
dude was a
support
monster. Did Mark Coleman train Kevin Randleman or did Kevin Randleman, was he on the wrestling team at Ohio and Mark Coleman found him?
Yeah, I think that's what Mark Coleman said. Like, yeah, he was like coaching Kevin Randleman or something. You
Got
remember
it.
Mark Coleman said Kevin Randleman didn't think that Mark Coleman liked him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought they turned them best friend. When I went to Japan, I met both of them at the same time. They just seemed like the best of friends. They didn't seem like the coach-student dynamic.
But was Kevin Randleman already training MMA when Mark Coleman got him for wrestling?
No.
Or was he just on the wrestling
He
team?
was just on the wrestling team.
That is so crazy that Mark Coleman finds a guy like that and just, I mean, back then it was a little bit different too, but I mean, to take a guy like that and turn him into an MMA animal was pretty insane.
Yeah.
You know, I was just watching. Morab just lost 5 takedown attempts, spun out of it, got hit with like something on the back of his head, came out smiling.
Yeah.
Smiling, jumping, happy. Yeah. And it was like, those were 5 exhausting takedown attempts. Yeah. O'Malley was stuck and stunned. And Morab lost every one of them, got hit at the end, and still was laughing and coming forward.
He's just having fun out there. He's just in a different mindset. He believes in himself so much, and he knows his cardio. He's never going to, get tired. You know how when you in good shape and you still get tired a little bit, but you can still go. Mm-hmm. I'm guessing that he's in such good phenomenal shape.
I think it's also here.
Yeah, he don't get that tired feeling. I don't think.
Like when you you can train your lactic threshold, but you can also train your brain to be in that threshold and not let it affect you.
Yeah.
Right. Like I think that's also he's got that switch in his brain too. It's like him being tired is not the same.
Look at it just went for he just goes for after 3 takedowns, loses them all, and there's no effect.
Yeah.
No effect, no change in the rhythm.
Yeah, it's hard to beat somebody like that can just go 100% of the round, the 5 minutes, go keep going, no breaks, no letting off the gas.
Yeah.
Like what would a game plan be for somebody like that?
You gotta,
flying knees.
Yeah, I think Sandhagen could do it.
Sandhagen's gonna be. He knows he's gonna be training those knees. Those jump.
He
knees.
could do it. I unfortunately think Morab's got his kryptonite at the same time, right? Like Sandhagen's a better O'Malley. Sandhagen would destroy O'Malley, in my opinion.
I don't think he's got as good a takedown defense though. I think O'Malley's takedown defense is better than.
I don't think so. I've trained a lot with Sandhagen.
Really? Umar was having his way with him.
He was. Umar's good though, dude. Like
Umar
I think Umar could have beat Morab, and I think when he fights him the second time, he's going to understand the push he's going to have to win that title. I think Umar could beat him. Sandhagen, I'd love to see that fight next. You know, I would obviously love to see Sterling fight him just because I think it would be sick, and I think like Sterling could give him a serious test and possibly beat him as well. And if not them, I'm hoping Garbrandt can make a run back because I think Garbrandt would be a really tough matchup for Morab. He packs a fucking punch. He'll stand his ground. He's hard to take down. He's hard to hold down. If like Garbrandt can get a run back underneath himself again too, I think that'd be an awesome fight to see eventually.
I hate to say this, but I feel like that the UFC aren't really happy with Morab being champion. So they probably will be looking for someone to take him out.
He's so good at being a champion.
I don't know. I think so. He's a pretty good marketing.
So funny.
I think so.
Good. I know what you're saying though, but I feel like they need to invest into him because he is so willing to be active on social, active in fighting, and active.
Yeah, he's fun.
And he's hilarious.
He's a great champion.
Get over O'Malley.
He's a great champion. Like, no disrespect to O'Malley, but he's like into smoking weed and stuff. Like, there's a lot of young people looking up to MMA fighters and stuff now. So I think Morab is a great champion. His social media presence is great, but it just seems like O'Malley might be more marketable. That's what the UFC probably feel.
I mean, Morab's never going to starch anyone, right? He's never going to kind of do some of the stuff that O'Malley's been able to do and be a sniper and drop him and put him out. Like he's going to wear you out. He's going to grind you. He's going to beat you that way. So it's not like we're not going to see a Rampage Jaxxon fucking sleeper knockout, you know?
Right.
You're going to see him just work his ass off and get the win. So it's, that's where that's
right. That's what comes. So
I'm gonna throw another matchup. I think it's that time. It's that time that you talk about Morab and Volkanovski.
Wow.
That's a fun fight.
Wow.
I want to say stylistically, it's very interesting. Yeah. Rob's got a stature that could come up there and challenge that.
Luke should be a matchmaker. That's actually a great fight.
Hey, it's time. It's time for that fight.
That's a great fight.
I think that's a good fight for Volkanovski.
It's a good fight for both of them.
It is.
It's a good test for both of them. I mean, you never know what.
Yeah.
How can Volkanovski? If anyone can stop it, it's Volkanovski.
Yeah.
TJ, can you talk to me about, you always talk about people's pace, applying their pace on people, that being a big outcome of fights. Luke, you're really big on cardio. You always talk about space. You always talk about pace. You always talk about these things. Rampage, you always talk about cardio when you're doing boxing. How important is it not just to have good cardio, to be able to imply it on someone like this the entire fight? Like you're just imposing your will on them the entire fight because it's your pace, your fight. It seems like Morab can just dictate the speed at any time.
You don't see that often.
Yeah.
And it's a fluidity of striking, wrestling, everything together. Like some people have cardio for days and they're striking. Some people have cardio for days and they're wrestling. But he has got everything and you don't get tired anywhere.
But why is that?
That's why Morab is a champion, is because of his cardio and his mental fortitude of not getting tired. Like, guarantee you he gets tired, but he deals with it differently in his brain. He's also genetically made up to where, like, I think he's strong. I think he's got good conditioning. He trains his ass off, but it's all right here in his mind too. He's having fun.
Yeah, he's
the
having
entire
fun.
time.
If you're having fun, you're not getting as tired. If you're overthinking it, you're getting more tired.
Yeah.
And you're moving forward, you're not getting as tired. You're moving back. It's like it's all the mindset of having fun.
You know what? When you think about it, it's 100%. I remember when I used to fight, I used to get tired, but I always had energy to pick people up and slam them. And that's what I love to do. I love slamming. That's when I have fun. Yeah. So I'll be tired.
Show me.
I'll be tired.
Will you
I'll slam the shit out of Bear on the table, like boom. But when I pick people up and I slam them, like when I was fighting Sakuraba, my first fight in Sakuraba, that was my first time fighting 10 minutes, and there was a 2 weeks notice fight. And I was already gassed. But if you go back and watch that fight, I was picking up and slamming them. How'd I have the energy to keep doing that? Yeah. That was fun for me. I wasn't thinking about, I'm tired. So maybe you might be right. That's what he got going on.
100%.
But what you think is next for O'Malley, though?
He's going to take some time off. I mean, I think he's got good sponsors and he's promoted well. He's making plenty of money. I think he's going to take some time off and try to take the right fight to come back in. I don't know who that is, but
I want to see him rematch Aljamain.
That'd be cool.
Because I think Aljamain
beats him if they rematch.
Yeah, I think what O'Malley's trainer did to Aljamain, I think that was kind of dirty. Low.
No, I just think Aljamain got caught coming in.
Yeah, but as soon as somebody says, you got to go, and then he goes, come on.
I mean,
if you're O'Malley, that's the last fight I'm taking right now.
Yeah,
that's the last fight I'm fighting a striker, dog.
Yeah,
I'm not playing this game anymore. Yeah. For a couple fights, you build yourself back up.
How does a guy like O'Malley build himself up, not just with the idea of who he gets to fight, but his persona? It seems like he threw himself off. We talked about that at the beginning. How does he go back to the crazy hair? Does he go back to a song, or does he start fresh, something new?
O'Malley's a big guy too. I'd like to see him go up to 45s. You know, I like to
do some weight training.
He could do some weight training and do something different. It'd be
idea.
very interesting.
Ain't Topuria at 45?
He just went to 55.
He went to 55.
Yeah.
He's fighting for the title in July.
Okay, so he was at 45.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, O'Malley be big at 45.
You have Max, you have Diego, you have some big people in there.
Yeah,
Max Holloway and O'Malley talk away.
Brian Ortega.
That'd be a fun fight.
That would be a fun fight.
Josh
That's
Emmett.
a fun fight. I mean, I like the sound of it right now.
Yeah.
You could put him against a guy like Ige, Josh Emmett, Aljamain.
No. Let's get off that. Max Holloway.
Yeah, Max
Holloway and O'Malley is a sick fight.
That is a sick fight.
They both have the same body type,
and they both come out.
And they're going to strike. They're going to bang.
Yeah,
you're going to get everything you can more. They're going to be able to play their games to the fullest.
That would be a sick fight.
That'd be a
Luke,
fun fight.
I'm going to say this again. I'm not going to keep doing this to blow up your head. Another amazing fight that you predicted that needs to happen.
You kind of mentioned it first, but
No, I didn't.
No. You did. We brought it up. Those are all amazing fights.
Why are you glazing Luke?
Because I'm happy that he's actually giving us some positive feedback and good ideas this time.
So you are admitting that you're glazing Luke.
I'm not glazing anything.
I thought he said he was topping him off.
No.
That's what he said.
No, I said I like the fact that
what's
Rampage is topping off all the streamers.
What's the difference?
I like the fact that Rampage has been topping off all the streamers recently on Kick.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Okay, what about this moment where Rampage brought his dad to the Santo Performance Studio,
Bro,
the new
how'd you not
jiu-jitsu
break
gym,
his hip?
and he
My dad's
slams
tough,
his
bro.
dad.
Bro, my dad's tough.
How
as
old's
fuck.
your dad?
He'll be 70 next month.
And what reason did you feel the need to slam your dad like this?
I was finna slam you, but my dad,
Oh my! And then he drops his dad. How old
He
is
right
he?
on his hip.
he's 69.
You're going to put him flat on his back,
No, my dad
Rampage.
tough. My dad tough.
You broke his phone.
No, I didn't break his phone. No, I love my dad, but my dad tough. But
You got to keep him tough. I like that. I like that.
I gotta keep my dad tough. Let him know he alive. I love my dad. I'm a big kid with my dad, but
Your dad is a legend. I love your dad.
yeah, he loved Bear Naka. He came here.
He's all pimped out in Santo.
Yeah, look, I took my parents to go eat, right? And my dad spilled some dessert on his sweatpants. I said, "Fuck it, we right down the street for Santos. Let's go there, see if Bear there get you some new pants."
Some new pants.
He came there. He was so embarrassed. He was covering up he had his head off. He was covering up his mess he made on his pants. And Bear, he walked out. He said, "You know what? That Bear, all right. I love Bear."
Who's
so
that?
He gave him free shit.
Who's that cowboy in there?
That's
God, there he goes again.
This is the brand new collection we just dropped at Nordstrom nationwide, 91 stores and online.
It's called Bear's Skin, Silence of the Lambs.
No, that's me. That's my first day on my new diet. That's what I look like. I'm at 205.
You look bloated.
I started at 180.
You look bloated right there.
180 to 205 in 2 weeks. Good sleeping red Gatorade.
See, look, my son
Oh, hey,
paid me.
that was
My
nice.
son paid me back.
Hey.
God.
Oh, I just thought
Your
it
son
was
double
karma.
legged
Your
you.
boy's got a nice
Karma.
takedown.
Yeah.
Is this on
Oh,
kick?
not bad.
Yeah, this was yesterday.
Wait, your
He
son's
drove-
been
he drove-
training
he
with
drove-
who?
he
Where did
drove
your son
to
learn
that.
that takedown from?
Antonio McKee.
Wow. I did not expect you to.
Oh,
Why are you
that's a
kneeing your
real
son
knee.
in the face like
Hell
that?
yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
Antonio
real
McKee's
knee.
the man.
Yeah, he got a
Oh,
good
did he
pass
get
up.
it?
Look,
Oh, he flared the leg out and everything. Look at him
Yeah,
go.
my son, he got a good wrestler. But you know what? My son, I've been playing roughhouse with him ever since he was little. Been in him in his face, elbowing him, punching his body, picking him up, slamming ever since he was little.
Who are them Cowboys?
Yeah, me and my dad, man, look, we walking like cowboys. We
That's your
leaving-
dad too?
Yeah, we leaving the boot barn.
Mr. Memphis.
And this is my mama.
And I gotta say something. You with your family is one of the funniest things because I appreciate the fact that you like. I'm always with my parents. You or your family is the funniest thing.
Yeah, I love my parents. Look, my mom got a new haircut, right? And I never seen her with that haircut. I never seen my mom with short hair. So we went to go eat. We went to go eat barbecue. And somebody in the chat said,
Oh, you had the whole thing live?
Yeah, he live streamed the
And
whole
somebody-
day with his parents.
Somebody in the chat said, "This is giving me Nutty Professor vibes."
Oh, with their
my
haircut?
God.
Oh, man.
That is.
Did you
I didn't-
laugh?
No, I didn't have the heart to let her know they said that.
Oh, okay.
I laughed my ass off because then I think about she looked like the mom with she had the same haircut.
I hope she never hears that. I hope she never hears that.
No, she
Did
didn't.
she ever watch that movie, you think?
Huh?
Do you think she ever watched that movie?
Yeah, she know. She would
She
know.
would know. She would know.
exactly.
That's like-
And as soon as I saw my mom, I'm like, Mom, what you do to your hair? So
It used to be long.
yeah, it'd be longer. You know, she always had short, but she done with that short. And I was like, what's going on, Mom? I make fun of my family the same way I'm the same way with my family.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I make fun. They know. That's why they don't like me. I'll be making fun of them.
Bro, they all love you.
Yeah, but you know, they got to watch what they say in front of me and everything. I'm the same way whether there's a camera around or not. So people are like,
We know.
you should saw a live stream. I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's do it.
No, you're very funny on the live stream. I'll give you that. Hey, this is a little video of Luke Rockhold and TJ Dillashaw beating me up on the Behind the Brand with Cody Bellinger and Randy Brown. This is a full behind the scenes look.
I thought he was gonna
TJ,
break his neck in that one, dude.
yeah, that was ridiculous. TJ and Luke were training last week with Machida and Randy Brown, and we have all of these episodes dropping now on our brand new YouTube page, Jaxxon Behind the Brand. And the Jaxxon Behind the Brand is going to be starting season 2, so you guys could see a little behind the scenes. We're going to fast forward to the TJ Dillashaw, Luke Rockhold sparring segment, and you guys will be able to see them sparring live at Santo Performance Studio. I thought TJ and Luke were going to kill each other. Rampage won an arm wrestling
Yeah, he's
contest.
being nice.
And I couldn't believe Randy Brown, how long his arms are. This guy's literally
He's
could
long.
choke someone out with one arm.
You think he can choke you out?
Him and
Look at Luke trying to
Kevin Holland, Randy Brown, little black.
Look
He
at Luke
reverse triangled
Rockhold.
me.
Luke Rockhold trying to triangle choke TJ.
No, he didn't try. He did. He reverse triangle.
Thank the Lord I was there.
Wasn't trying.
I was holding on.
Yeah.
TJ Dillashaw and Luke Rockhold sparring was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. It's like two silver Siberian tigers just going at it in the Galapagos.
Can you do everything?
No, I can't raise my hand. But tomorrow I'm going to get a CT scan on my shoulder because I'm getting another shoulder surgery.
Another one?
I can't even comb my hair, dog. Like,
Yeah, they got to do
I
something.
got to do something. I want to be able to like swing a golf club or like do something competitive.
Are they sure they can change it?
I mean, so I'm going to do what they call a reverse shoulder replacement. So they're going to, because my rotator cuffs aren't working and the nerves aren't firing for me to be able to lift my arm up. So they're going to cut off the head of my humerus. Completely cut it off.
Ugh.
They're going to mount a metal ball in my armpit. And then the head of my humerus will now turn into like a plastic plunger that will move around that ball. And then my delts will connect to my humerus so I can like raise my hand again.
Man,
Fuck, how long you gonna be out after that surgery?
I mean, the shoulder surgeries, all of them are like a year.
A
It's
year.
like 9 months to a year. I mean, hopefully I'm ever somewhat like, I hope I can just raise my hand in there. You know, like I won't get my, I mean, I don't have it anyways already. I won't get my external rotation back because they completely remove your rotator cuffs. You don't need them anymore. So I'm getting it reverse. So I can at least like fucking raise my hand and shit.
What about in the future when they start using robotic parts? Would you be down to be like Jax, get a
Fuck
whole
yeah.
fucking robotic arm? You
Hell
be down
yeah.
to do some shit like
Hell
that?
yeah. I mean, I'm already putting all the metal in my body. You know, it's like,
But I'm talking about the whole thing going to be metal and stuff like that.
oh, I'm sure.
Then when you jack off, it's going to be a stranger jacking
You
you
don't
off.
even feel like it's a robot. You can turn on different mode. Like, so I'm not controlling it no more. That'd be pretty sick. Dude.
Hey guys, since we have all three of you here, there's a lot of controversy surrounding the fact that John Jones should be stripped of his belt. Me personally, I think the guy's worked his whole career to be undefeated. He probably should not be stripped of anything unless he wants to relinquish it. TJ, I'm gonna start off with you. What do you think?
I think he is relinquishing it, isn't he?
Well, we don't know yet, but he hasn't relinquished it yet. And he's
someone
still,
needs to fight. You know,
do we think the division's been held up too long?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Luke?
I think they make a deal and bring Francis Ngannou back.
Wow, that is another amazing fight. John Jones versus Francis Ngannou.
I think if there's a time and a place to suck up your ego and make something happen, it's now. Dana, we all want to see the fight for the ages. For the fight for the ages. I want to see Francis
Ngannou versus
Francis
Tom Aspinall.
No, John Jones.
Let's put a poll up. Put a poll up. Would people rather see Francis Ngannou versus John Jones or John Jones versus Tom Aspinall?
If I'm going to vote,
realistically,
yeah, I know. My vote, Tom Aspinall, but the world's going to say Ngannou.
So what happens if that happens? What happens with Aspinall? What does he do? He
waits for the winner. That
continue to fucked.
Is that what should be happening though, or do we think that the division needs some balancing? I think they gotta fight first though. You can't let Ngannou fight. You gotta let the interim fight.
What other contenders are there? Is there anybody else that's doing something?
No, I think they gotta let Aspinall fight John Jones, and then the loser could fight Ngannou.
Aspinall's got to fight. Aspinall should fight somebody. He shouldn't just wait forever.
No, he shouldn't.
I mean, that's the reality is like, don't wait for John. Continue the interim championship, whatever you want to do. But I mean,
yeah, because I don't see you losing, so just continue to win and keep.
What's John doing? Is John committed to fighting? They keep like acting like they're gonna get it done.
No, it's a lot of
either you get it done, move on, or you.
There's a lot of different conspiracies. They saying John Jones is waiting out so he can have that title of the longest reigning heavyweight champion. All these accolades and stuff like that. And some people say he's waiting for what did he ask them for? 35 million?
Yeah, 30 million.
30 million?
30 million.
He deserves it.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, give it to him. Like they can afford it. Give it to him.
Give it to him.
Bro, he brings it. I mean, give him a one-time deal. Don't give him a contract for that, but give him. I mean, it's like I heard people say, it's like you don't do the same revenue with other guys, but you give him a one-time contract, 30 mil.
But that'd be crazy as hell. John Jones make 30 mil for that fight, and Aspinall make like what, 1 mil.
Well,
you beat him.
Give him 20 and 10.
But he would never make. But Aspinall would never make the 30 mil.
No one's ever gonna make that kind of money right now.
But John Jones deserves it. If there's anybody that deserves it, this guy went undefeated. He put on a clinic for the last 20 years, 10 years. The guy literally has fought in 3 different generations. He's still around, and he's still promoting fighting. And he's still a great name for the UFC. And if they want the UFC to go to the next level, let the guy just get one payday.
He's a good name. He's a good name, but just not outside the cage. Now he's not a role model. Now come on, be careful.
I mean, be
careful what you're saying. Now he's a good name inside, but outside you don't want your kids looking up to John Jones. I'm sorry.
Why?
Well, I'm not a role model. I'm gonna keep it 100.
No, you're funny, dude.
But I'm not a role model. But come on, let's keep it 100. Like. Can we? Let me be TJ Dillashaw for 1 second. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Like, is John Jones a role model outside the motherfucking cage? Hell no. He's always in trouble, fucking shit up. This motherfucker in Thailand doing God knows whatever.
hey, you know there's some. So I mean, there's a couple things you talked about in the past. I mean, he's in the pool and then he's on the back of a bike.
Okay.
I mean, there's like, hey.
Wait.
Is that why Bear is supporting him so much?
That's why Bear is supporting him.
No, you want to know why I support him?
What are those things they say when you see something or you see, it's like.
I'm a big fan of MMA.
It is what it is. People change.
I've got to say something. I'm a big fan of MMA, but I'm a big fan of people. And if you work your whole life to be the best at something, you have to be rewarded. And you guys are the only people in the world that could be the champions and still have to have a day job. And there's so many other sports that these guys literally could be a bench rider and they make $10 million a year. So let the guy get one massive payday and ride off into the sunset.
I agree with you on that.
If that's the one guy that gets it, then let him get it. But all the other extracurriculars, I'll keep off the
right. That's okay. That's why I said okay. Yeah. Thank you. That's what I was saying.
I agree out of your mouth.
I can't wait. Hey, I do got to say something. The band back together is amazing.
Yeah,
this is amazing. We got the Cowboy. Yeah, we got the Dillashaw, who's just half robot, half man. We got Mr. Kick Streamer.
Yeah, let's start doing that. Like you know how they be doing the you know how they be doing like what you call those things, the thumbnails. Let's get some AI thumbnail shit. Let's get some cool shit going.
There you go.
Yeah, I like
more
that.
More concerned about the cartoon.
I want a robot arm.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Okay, how about all 4 of us go Kickstream Live? We all go to lunch, and then we go to the new Triangle Square Cowboy Bar, and we all go ride a bull and see who could last the longest.
I do that. I got to dress up like cowboy.
So I'll dress up as a cowboy. I'll take all of us to Boot Barn. We'll all go get boots together like we did for Halloween, and then we'll all go get cowboy hats.
No, you trying to take us shopping, and then if you as soon as you do it, they gonna call us Brokeback Mountain. As soon as you do it, we Brokeback Mountain.
Well, there's nothing broke about this table. And we all have climbed mountains to get to where we are. Shout out to Armin Dagestan. Tons of mountains all around where he lives.
I'm down to be.
Hey, what about this guy Armin outside? What are we going to do with him? We're coming out right now. What are we going to do with him? Do you think he should be fighting for the title soon?
What's going
on with that?
100%, man. I'm just glad he's continuing to work hard. I just want him to take a fight. Like, he's obviously Oliveira and Topuria are fighting. Just take a fight. He's an animal. To see how hard he's working right now and not having a fight is insane. He's doing the sam Calavita workouts right now.
No way.
He doesn't even. Yeah,
he's there.
He's been on it.
Yeah,
he's been going there with Cal.
I
he
introduced
loves
him
it.
to Sam Calavita, and Sam's been pushing him, bro. And he doesn't even have a fight lined up.
and he loves it.
Yeah,
What's wrong with him? He loves that.
I love
training.
it, dude. I love that.
You
training.
love that training?
Yes.
That was some of the hardest training.
I'll never be in shape like that again in my entire life. Though.
I thought Kyle was crazy when he had me flip that big tire up the hill.
Yeah, you kind of got white glove service too.
Wow. What does that mean?
What does that mean? He kind of got.
What does that mean? So all this time you've been talking like you had it hard.
Hey,
he did. Trust me.
Hey, let's take. I want to go try this thing out. Let's take take the podcast to Calavita.
I want to go
I
try
wanna
out
see
the
that. I
garage.
wanna see
Let's
that.
go.
I
I
wanna
want
see
to
what I
live
got.
stream the garage segment. Can you set it up?
Let's kick it.
I want us four in the garage. Let's see what he
Rampage,
really
let's
could
come
do to
out with
me.
it.
Let's
You
kick
would
it.
have to pay him.
I guarantee you I could survive the entire workout.
I'll bet you as much money as I have right now.
Quote it.
You will not make
Bro,
it.
I don't even know if I'll survive it.
I get in on
doubt
that
I'll-
action.
I'm gonna
I
have
get
to.
in
I'm
on
gonna
that.
got to hit the road for like a couple weeks. Get ready for that thing.
Promise you.
Yeah, how competitive Luke is. Yeah, you want to get in shape.
I don't want
for
to
that.
get. Yeah.
You want to get in shape for that.
I
No,
think
I'm
you
not
guys
like Bear. I
highly
don't wanna
underestimate
go in to
my
get
lactic
broken.
acid threshold.
You won't even be able to turn
it's
the
hard.
bike around.
Bro, it's tough.
You won't be able to do it.
How long is this workout?
Sometimes it's like 3 hours, dude.
What?
Who's the guys that
sometimes.
who are the guys that came into the UFC and
I'd
we're
say on
talking
average
about?
it's probably like an hour and a half, but some of them will go 3. Like when we're not like close to a fight.
It's a 3-hour workout.
Sometimes.
I ain't doing all that.
I'm telling you, bro.
Where am I gonna get 3 hours to work out? 3 hours.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something.
3
I
hours
went to
don't make
Thailand
sense.
to
Yeah, that's
train
too
with
long.
Bob Sapp, and Bob Sapp trains like 6 hours, 9 hours straight. His warm up is 2 hours, and this was harder than training with Bob Sapp.
I don't believe Bob Sapp.
I don't have 10 hours to just work out.
I
all
know.
day.
I didn't. He didn't tell me all that when I gave my word. I said, "Okay, Bob, I'm coming to train with you because I was fat as fuck." Bob
do you-
Sapp, see, he was ripped. He said, "Yeah, I'll show you what I do." So I go to fucking Thailand for a month, train with him. I didn't even think that this motherfucker would be training 9 hours a day straight. He eats one time, train for 9 hours. Motherfucker got me doing 100 fucking pull-ups with a weighted vest on. I was like, "Fuck you, Bob Sapp. I hate you. I'm never coming back here to train with you again."
What do you need all that training for? That's over.
Bob,
That's overkill.
That's Bob Sapp.
Wait, what is this guy talking about? I don't have 10 hours. You have 24 hours of screen time a day.
Because I'm working, cowboy man.
He doesn't even own a laptop. He just orders everything
I
off his
only
phone.
operate off my phone. I'm highly
Wait,
efficient.
what's your
phone.
screen time I'm looking at right now?
It was last week. I went to dinner with TJ Dillashaw. My screen time was 24 hours, 17
No,
minutes.
it was more. It was like 25 hours.
That's not 25 hours
Yeah,
in a
because
day.
I
know.
stay up for 3 days at a time, so my
I don't
phone
understand it.
kirks out, and
I don't
it doesn't know
understand
how
it.
many hours are left in a day.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's good to be back, boys.
Hey, honestly,
Hey.
one round of applause for Luke Rockhold back.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, Luke, before you go, you have a fight coming up.
Put your hand in if you're straight.
Hey, Luke, before you go, you have a fight coming up. Break it down for us. Who you fighting?
No, nothing yet. Nothing.
Okay,
yet.
but if you do fight, what? Give us a little behind the scenes, Luke.
If I do fight, it's not going to be in Chechnya. I promise you that.
So that's where the fight's at.
We're not going to Chechnya.
Okay, so Luke possibly is going to be fighting a fight in Chechnya versus someone who's highly, highly, highly known.
No.
Is it a grappling fight or a MMA fight?
A fight is a fight. And these little fucking jiu-jitsu nerds gotta stop calling these motherfuckers fights.
Wait, what do
you
you
guys
mean?
are pussies until you throw some fucking hands.
Wait, you don't like the fact that
Jiu-jitsu ain't fighting. Just period. A fight is a fight. If we say it's a fight, it's a fight.
Luke? What did something? Is someone bothering you?
No, it's just the general bullshit of you just.
There's
you
a
just
new
asked me.
There's a
You
new
just-
show coming out.
you
for the
just
UFC,
asked me.
and
You just
Luke
asked me.
Was a little upset that they were calling them fights and not matches. Is that
No,
what
I
you're
didn't.
saying?
I have no idea, but I'm
Oh.
just. It's all in general. It's just like you asked, is this a jiu-jitsu fight?
So is it true that a jiu-jitsu is not a jiu-jitsu
match.
It's a match.
Yeah.
bruh,
So a fight you need hands thrown,
bruh,
hands or kicks.
bruh.
What do you call it? Boxing, a fight, or a match? A boxing match or a fight, a boxing fight.
Fighting, but
You
it's
can go.
like-
You can
I would
call
call
them
it
both.
Ooh.
You can call them both.
That's good.
Fighting. You just more fight in the boxing match.
Yeah. You say you don't say MMA match.
No, fight.
We say
Hey,
fight.
Canelo versus Bud Crawford before we go. Who's gonna win that?
Wait, dude.
Who's gonna win
I
that?
can't wait. I hope Bud. I hope
Bud's
Terrence-
gonna destroy him.
I hope so.
Bud's gonna destroy him.
Canelo?
Bud's an amazing human being too.
Bud.
Nobody being Canelo.
Bud don't look
right?
Bud don't look small.
Bud's beating him.
Bud's beating him easy.
What do you think?
I think
I
Bud
don't
beats
know.
him
It's
easy.
hard for me to bet against Canelo.
It's hard for me to bet against Canelo.
I don't think Canelo's what he once was.
But he's older now, though, right?
I don't know.
He got a lot of fights.
do you
He got-
see
he got a
Bud
lot of
is,
fights, though.
Bud is nasty though.
But Canelo, he got a lot of fights. I think right now,
I think
like
Bud's too fast for him.
Bud is systematic. You watch how Canelo fought Floyd. Bud's that same type of fight. He just reads you better, and Canelo's gonna fight one way, and I don't think Canelo's as good as he once was. So he's not gonna be able to keep up.
you might have a point.
Wins that fight.
I think Dana White's promoting it, co-promoting it.
No way.
Yeah. Dana White's co-promoting it.
It's gonna be on Netflix.
I think so. They talked about that yesterday.
Everyone says he's not promoted. Who knows? What the
Netflix
truth
is also the highest bidder right now, I heard, for the UFC to take over
I
streaming.
hope so, dude. Because the
Can we
streaming
talk-
through ESPN Plus is garbage. It's
Bro.
garbage.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
So can we talk about this real quick? Teofimo Lopez is so nasty. He's been in here training with Coach Yogi. That guy is gonna have a battle. I heard he's fighting Devin Haney.
Dope.
Oh,
That
dude,
is gonna be bad. You don't like Devin Haney?
No, I don't got nothing against Devin Haney, but I just think Devin Haney.
I think he's boring.
He's boring, and I think he's like he thinks he's better than what he is, and then he's suing motherfuckers for kicking his ass.
Who do you? Oh yeah, he sued King Ryan.
Yeah, I just think that's stupid.
He is a great boxer though,
I'd rather
right?
see
Who?
Teofimo
Devin
versus
Haney?
Ryan.
Is Devin Haney a great boxer? I don't think so. I didn't see nothing. Because my only,
Teofimo Lopez is nasty though.
the only fight I ever seen of Devin Haney was Ryan Garcia, and then I saw little clips of his last boxing. I didn't know who he was until he fought Ryan Garcia, and then his last fight he just had, and he didn't look impressive. His last fight he just had, it was nothing to. I'm like, oh, this is Devin Haney is he sucked.
Okay, he doesn't suck.
No, I'm
He's
saying
nice.
he's like
Yeah.
for me he's a better boxer than me, but as like entertainment wise, I would never watch it. I would never pay for his fights.
I will say this though before we go. Teofimo Lopez jump roping, his warm up is the most incredible thing I've ever seen. That guy's got to be the best jump roper in the world. And I don't know if Luke Rockhold has anything to
I'm
say.
the best jump roper.
I've never seen you jump rope. Not a chance you know how to jump rope. Not a chance. You jump rope.
Let's live stream it.
Yeah. That's like a lava lamp going up and down all day. You jump roping. Are you kidding me? What? You know how to jump rope.
I know how to jump rope.
I guarantee you right now you won't out jump rope me.
But
I'll
no-
put $500 on it.
I'm the best jump roper in the world.
You think you the best jump roper in the world? You could jump rope? You double dutch?
No, I can't. I'm joking.
Double dutch. Let's get
All right.
off. Hey, back in. Straight if you can. Straight. Double dutch.
All right, listen, I want to
Let's
say
go.
thank you, TJ Dillashaw. Congratulations on your UFC show coming out soon. Congratulations on Wild Society going crazy. TJ's got a lot of big things in the works. Obviously, season 2, the Jaxxon Behind the Brand, he's going to be here a lot more. Luke, welcome back to the show. It's always good to have you, the one and only. Your energy's at an all-time high. You're in shape again. That's good. You're not bloated. It's nice to see you back in shape and here at the show. Rampage, it's good to see you here, just healthier. You know, you're literally top of the charts for the topping all the streamers off. He's up there at the best with no, you are
Man,
the
chill out. Chill out. You don't. Come on. You don't gotta say.
no,
that.
you're the top.
No. Don't
No,
say it
you
like
were
that
the cream of the crop.
No, don't say it like that because I'm gonna be real with y'all right now.
What?
A lot of the chat, a lot of them say sus stuff. Like you will get along with them great, bro.
No, but they like you because you're funny, and they like you because you do funny things.
Yeah, but I'm not
they
used
really
to,
like
I'm not
you.
used to y'all new generation. Y'all
Your
with
new
these sus
generation. You walked into a taco shop and you told this girl that she could get it, and then you looked at her from behind and you said, "Nah, you too flat for me." I watched you do that.
jokes. I didn't do that.
Yes, you did.
I'm
We
not-
have the clip.
I'm
Shall
not-
we roll the clip?
No, you making shit up now.
All right, thank you for
All
coming,
right.
Rampage.
Yeah.
We're out. Jaxxon Podcast, another UFC recap. We got the boys back. You guys are about to see a lot more episodes. Make sure you guys go and check out the Jaxxon Behind the Brand show and subscribe to that YouTube page. We're out.